Yo, shout out to everybody that's locked in right now. The Facebook Live is up right now, so everybody can look out, head over to the Facebook, you see me I say, and watch from there. You see it? But big up to everybody that's locked in right now. Good night, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. You see me? Hold on, I'm gonna draw from my chair, man, for cheering. Because I gotta sit down for this. I can't stand up all night. You know what I mean? So, but big up to everybody. You know what I mean? Our guest is here in the building. It's not 10 o'clock yet, so I got about 2 minutes until we introduce her, right? But big everybody, do remember we're live on the vibesboxradio.com, streaming commercial free. Sorry, I'm trying to do 50 things while Big's there. You see me, I say? But yes, everybody was streaming live on Facebook right now. So everybody's on the Mixlr. Head over to see our guests in studio right now. You know what I mean? So, you know the thing, isn't it? So follow us on every social media. Let's Talk Georgia podcast. I wish there was a way you could stream on Instagram too, but there is a way, but we're not about to deal with that today. Is it? That was a long process.
Setting up today.
That would have been a long process. I don't feel like going through that. You know what I mean? But yes, people, episode 67. Like I'm gonna say, this episode is very raunchy. Raunchy. You see? But,
we trying to figure out a name we gonna call this episode. We like,
nah,
we just gonna wait till the interview done, then we can figure it out. How about that?
I said I always figure that out when I'm uploading the episode. Didn't I just?
But you said that you was gonna think of it now, and I'm saying let's wait.
Nah, I don't think so.
Wow.
Yeah, but for
One
some
more
reason,
minute, guys. We trying to wait because after 10 o'clock we can cuss and certain things could be said.
Yo, how about no. How about this goddamn Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion story? Do y'all believe this? Like, I don't believe not one.
Well, she didn't get shot in her foot. They said
That's
the
a lie.
bullet glazed her foot. It just went like right by it. So
She came out and was like, Tory shot me. He shot me.
That's a sensitive situation. You can't really. I don't know. I believe she got shot. Medical records don't lie.
he said that he was not the one
I don't
that
wanna
pulled the
hear what
trigger,
you-
though.
Hey.
He said that him and her friend was like trying to fight over the gun, and her friend was like, "Bloop."
So why he won't say who shot her?
He said she
No
knows.
snitching.
It was
He
4
said
people
she
in the car.
knows. So,
It was 4 people in the vehicle. You do a process of elimination.
but I thought she got shot outside the vehicle.
She said she was out. Hey, man, I'm not following up this damn story. This story is too much.
You brought it up.
Right,
That's true,
like
that's true, that's
you
true.
brought the conversation up, so we trying to touch that because we like, okay, was she inside the vehicle or she was outside the vehicle? I think she was outside, like he said.
Hey,
I'm
man,
sorry,
listen.
I don't know,
If she was on top of the car, below the car, it don't matter. She got shot.
but he
And
didn't
needs
do
to-
it.
How do you know he didn't do it? Because he said he ain't do it.
Yeah,
My
okay.
logic is this, right? If there's a gun involved in a situation, I believe a person should be locked up still, right?
Right.
That's what I believe.
Aggravated assault.
Didn't
Okay.
they just deport him to
Why is he
Canada?
in-
Then they
why-
just send him to Canada?
Why isn't he arrested?
I
Why
think
is he
she
still out?
took too long to
That too.
come out with the story. For one, for two, he was arrested for gun possession.
He's out.
However, my thing is that when he dropped his album, he made insinuations in certain lyrics, and he also made it clear that they were dealing with each other. So if you a man and you was dealing with this girl, why would you want to create more harm to a traumatic situation?
That's true.
That's why I can't respect you and you're a whole clown. So that's how
I
look
agree
at
with
it.
you. I agree. I can't disagree.
How
I
you
can't
not going to
disagree.
defend somebody that you're just admitting that
Right.
you were in a
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
with, and then she was hurt to some extent, and you're still trying to capitalize off the situation. You're corny.
Yeah, man. I don't know. But people, it's 10 o'clock. And our guest is in the fucking building. You know what I mean? So let's get this fucking interview started. So, you know what I mean?
Say it the Jamaican way though.
I got to do that because I got to moderate myself for people who don't really understand what I'm saying because I speak very fast when I speak Jamaican.
you
I
do.
speak very fast.
You speak
Yeah.
patois.
Yeah, broken English. That's what they would say. You know what I'm saying? But people, our guest is in the building. Oh, you say your name now?
I'm about to go ahead, say
Go
it,
ahead,
because I'm
say
about
it,
to
say
tell you how.
Lady Anya.
There you go.
Okay, it's Anya.
Yes.
Okay, so our guest is in the building, people. Lady Anya is in the building. Welcome.
I'm gonna
to the
tell you what he
platform.
called
Thanks
you
for having
earlier.
me.
He called
Hey, we don't-
He called you Lady
Hey, we don't-
Anaya.
Hey, we don't want to know that. We don't want to.
I was like, ooh,
Hey.
she gonna get you for that.
We do not want to go there. Don't want to go there. So, yes, welcome, Lady Anya.
Right.
To our Let's Start Jersey podcast, and I'm in the first live
Yes.
interview, in studio interview. Not everybody can come up here. You know what
No,
I mean?
not everybody could get the studio interview, so
Yes, so
she must be special, guys.
And I appreciate that. I love your little studio. I appreciate welcoming me here.
yes, man.
This is
So,
Vibes
I
Box
appreciate
Radio
it.
Studio.
You guys for
Yes.
reaching out to me and giving me this platform tonight.
Of
I've
course.
been wanting to do an interview eventually. And this is all convenient timing.
Yes.
Look at us. Look at us. We just got lucky.
It's Libra season.
Yes, shout out to all my Libras. You know what I mean? We out here.
Yeah, I'm not going to say nothing negative about Libras because my mom's a Libra, my daughter's a Libra,
We're amazing
her
people.
dad is a Libra.
We're amazing people.
I know you guys very well.
Yeah, we're amazing.
Oh,
We're
gosh.
amazing. But yes, introduce yourself for the people who don't know who you are and,
And where
you know,
you
where you come
from.
from, and you know.
Well, as I said, I'm Lady Anya, known to majority of the dancehall community. Born in Newark, raised in East Orange. My parents are from Jamaica. My entire family's from Jamaica.
Okay.
So, yeah,
May I ask what part of Jamaica?
St. Catherine,
Okay.
St. Mary.
Them two
Portmore.
be where me come from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just went to Jamaica last winter and kind of connected with some more families. So Portmore, St. Catherine,
Oh, okay.
you know, every 7 mile of all them parts of parishes in Kingston. So, yeah, I'm very rooted to my culture as well because I'm very familiar. I was going to Jamaica like all the time when I was younger, and then kind of drifted off, and then now I'm like back.
Yeah. I do your thing now.
Well, she back like she never left. How about that? So, can you so you're into clashing, right? Not into clashing. You throw clashes. Let me correct myself.
Well, yeah, you were right the first time. I'm into sound clashes,
Okay.
which is the appropriate term, sound clashes. For those that don't know what a sound clash is, it's kind of like
But pause. Before you touch that, let's get into how you get into that.
well, that's where I was going.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, all right.
Thank
So
you.
I wanted to give the audience because there's a lot of people that's like not educated on what a sound clash is. So sound clash is kind of like the American version of like battle rap. I like to give that analogy. Is when you have two sound systems, big or small, that come together. Sometimes it could be 2, 3, 4, or multiple sound systems.
Right.
That's basically battling to win a trophy. And it's the foundation or the major component is dub plates, right?
Yeah.
Dub plates is a record basically where an artist has how should I put this? Has created a song and then they kind of like customize it to identify your sound system. That's the best way I could put it. And you kind of that's basically like 70% of what sound clash is. It's like who has the best dub plates.
Dub plate, yeah.
And it's a very competitive sport. Some people don't like to identify it as a sport. I kind of see it as a sport because it's competitive, and your main objective is to win. And be outwin your opponent. I'm sorry. So that's what Sound Clash is. How I got involved in Sound Clash was heavy. Even like from my background, like my stepdad, and growing up, I would hear it, but I didn't really get involved deeply into Sound Clash till about 7 or 8 years ago. It was introduced to me by, and can I just say this little disclaimer first before I go any further?
Go ahead.
There are I agreed to do this interview a couple of weeks ago, right? And I like I said in the beginning, I wanted to do an interview, kind of get people familiar with who I am on a different level. Now, there's gonna be some names that gonna be mentioned tonight, but there's also gonna be some names that I'm gonna exclude because I'm not here to make irrelevant people famous.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
So let me just put that disclaimer out. So, if I kind of go over, if I'm telling a story and I kind of just slide through, just, follow through. Just like I said, I'm not here to make irrelevant people famous or, relevant. So anyway, I got introduced to Sound Clash a couple of years ago, 7-8 years ago, through person. And from there, I would attend a lot of sound clashes because, they like to identify New York as like the Mecca of sound clash because like most of the major sound systems like King Eddie's, LP, Earth Ruler, like those are like the top sounds of New York that are considered like, high ranking sounds.
Right.
And most of them are like born out of New York, like Brooklyn. You got some in Bronx. You have like maybe a few in Queens, but they consider New York like the heart of New York is where most of the vintage and most respected sound system have been born. So I was attending some sound classes. There was like some venues that are no longer in existence, like Albany Manor.
Yeah.
Some historical venues, and I would go to those classes, and it's just like the vibe because I just connected with Sound Clash because my personality. I tend to get this label like I like to war, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when it comes to a battle, like I'm good at it. So I identify with Sound Clash in that way, and I just gravitated to it, and I loved it immediately. Even before that, like even growing up in high school, battle rap I will just listen to. So it's like I love a competitive sport, so to speak, and I just connected with Sound Clash, and then I decided to graduate from attending Sound Clash to start promoting Sound Clash, and that's how that all came about.
So when was your first like sound like did you ever go to a sound clash before, like previous to that?
Well, yeah, I was going to a couple in New York, and even out to Connecticut I would go as far as some sound clashes, but I decided to keep my first clash in 2013.
Okay.
And then it just graduated from there. Before I want to touch this before I go any further.
Lord.
No, we're not getting there yet. We're not getting there yet. I decided that today will be the day that I connect with my audience by speaking my truth, right? And when I say that is that a lot of people tend to judge me because of what they see on social media, et cetera, et cetera. There's been so many rumors and things that have been flying about me over the years, and I've just never, like, I know this one rumor, or maybe it isn't a rumor because it's a fact, like, about me even going to prison, right? So I want to address this tonight. I spent 4 years in prison, right? 4 years in prison. And this is something that I want to tell this story because there's a lot of people that think that they know me or think that they know my story, but here's my story. And I'm not even really going to go into the details of the case and all of that stuff, but people think that they could use this as a weapon formed against me. Well, I'm here to tell you, like, I've done 4 years straight. I wasn't even supposed to do 4 years. And in all actuality, I did 4 years for somebody else's mess, right? But
No snitching.
But exactly. And at that time in my life, I could say now, at that time in my life, I was under the, using the mentality, like, I'm not snitching, like, people who I was around. There's even a couple of people, including, like, top DJ, I should say, in New Jersey that was involved in that case, right? And the reason why I'm not going to name that person because we have made peace since then, and I don't want to provoke that situation, but I just want to paint a overall picture and let people know, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not ashamed of my past. You know what I'm saying? That's something I went through. That's something I learned from. That's something I've grown from, and this is why I'm here. after doing 4 years, like I know so many people that can't even do 2 months in the county jail. You understand what I'm saying?
Girl, 30 days.
And so I just want to make that a part of my story because, like, most of that is where my strength comes from to make me who I am today. Because even out of that 4 years I did, it was 9 months of ADSED. ADSED is administrative segregation, where I was in a cell for 23-hour lockup. You understand what I'm saying? You have a story called story that was based off of Khalif Broder. If anyone want to Google his name, that man committed suicide after being on Rikers Island.
Yep.
And as said for 3 years. Okay, I did 9 months of that same treatment. So when people think that, when I say that, I've come a long way, like I really come a long way. There's not too many people that can testify and have this testimony and survive through that. So I just want to get that out the way, because I'm saying that now because that's going to play a part into things that I'm going into later. All right? So I just wanted to get that out the way. So even prior to that, even that gap period of my life, those 4 years, like, kind of explains, like, my absence from dance hall. And so, because, a person like me, I don't mean to, toot my own horn. Like, when I went missing, people knew I went missing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a person like me can't just leave the dance hall scene and not, it go unnoticed. Like, people notice. So I'm here to just, put that out there. Like, I've never, on any platform, social media, like people have said, throw words. I never sat up here and, like, really entertain the conversation, but I have the platform now, and I'm telling my own story. Like, that strength is a whole different level of strength that nobody, there's not too many people I can turn to and say they can go through that process and still be in the state of mind they are in today. You understand what I'm saying? So we could continue on to the next.
Because you was like missing and in the scene for a little bit, and then you just reappeared. So I think people kind of noticed that. People did notice that.
Because even prior to that, even before the Sound Clash lane, I was throwing regular parties. You know what I'm saying? Like regular birthday parties. There was this something else I'm known for in the past. Like I had a website that before the whole Facebook MySpace thing, like I had a website called Fashion Over Style, and it was like equivalent to the whole Pink Wall, what it is now. And so I was doing that back in early 2000s. You get what I'm saying? So those are different things that I contributed to New Jersey Dancehall that that's attached to my resume. So when I went away and came back, I just came back with a different plan, a different master plan, and just took it to where I am today.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of crazy.
That's a lot to
like
swallow.
You went deep.
That's a lot to process.
Wait,
you need a minute.
Right, because you could be in the cell for 23. Like, who? I couldn't do that. I think I've been crying.
9 months.
I couldn't do it.
Strong.
You got to be tough to do things like that. So it's like you got to be strong, and it's girl, I praise you for that, and anybody else that could do it, because I couldn't.
I mean, I take a lot of pride into that situation, because like I said, not a lot of people could have survived that. And it's just like I said, it's a testament of my journey. And I just want to put that out there. Like, no one, when people want to share mug shots and stuff like that, like that don't affect me, because I'm waiting to get to.
So they have okay.
Wait, let's put that on pause. We gonna rally back to that. We gonna rally back to that. We gonna come back.
We were just about to touch something.
Yeah.
Let's skip that, and we'll get to that later, because I'm definitely gonna touch that subject again, because that's crazy. But so in the dancehall scene, let's touch some subjects about dancehall. So how do you feel, the COVID is going on right now, and a lot of people are saying people shouldn't be going out. People are saying, man, be quiet. We going out. Nobody been sick. How do you feel about it?
Well, I'm going to start from the point that, like, even with keeping sound clashes, like, I personally had kind of got over New Jersey dancehall, like, in the last couple of years. Like, I'm sure many people who've just seen me recently this summer could testify, like, they haven't seen me in a couple of years because I just was not beat. Because I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm just getting over certain things when it comes to DJs playing certain music and all of that stuff. It's like I'm just over that whole thing. But as we went through the whole quarantine phase, it's like I just had the urge and the itch to like, hit back the scene. so I'm like, so for the last couple of months, our little brief summer we had, I mean, it was just a different experience for me because I'm looking like. I'm also getting re-familiar with the New Jersey dancehall scene. Who's who? There's a different crowd. There's a new DJs and everything. But I have my own reservations of how I feel about COVID, period. But I'm not even going to get into that. But I just think that as now we're coming into the beginning of October, which, everybody up north know that, like, September, October is unpredictable, like with weather, as far as weather is concerned. And it just amazes me how I'm still seeing flyers for outdoor events like that. October. Right. Like, what is really going on? Because, like, even before we started, like today, I think TJ is in Jersey. And I'm just like, really, like, they turned it into a headphone party. Like, people are really still going so hard to really keep it going. Like, so I'm thinking now.
They better wear North Faces.
So when we get to the point of where it's like, now we hitting below 40, right? Because we still are uncertain as far as indoor venues are concerned, right? We don't have no direction of, like, from the government announcing anything about indoor policies. So what I'm trying to understand from promoters, that's when y'all sitting at home, like, brewing up your ideas, like, what are you really thinking? Because even I have people still reaching out to me, like, when your next event? And I just be wanting to say, what do you mean? Like, you don't see what's going on? Like, where are you, living under a rock? Like, even if the government was supposed to announce tomorrow, like, everything back to normal, right? You're still going to have people that's going to be uncomfortable being in an indoor capacity, right, at a maximum level. Then you're going to have the venue owners saying that, well, it's more restrictions because of COVID. Like, I can only have a maximum of 50 or 100 people. So how is it lucrative for everybody? You know what I'm saying? In this climate, like, I just think that people just not really thinking and, like, really trying to run its course all the way down to either
putting the government shutting it down
completely, and it's just crazy. I think it's going to take us a long time to recover because, like I said, if they even say tomorrow everything back to normal, it's still going to be, it's still going to be that period of time that we still have to feel comfortable, like, to even party around people. I mean, I seen all the stuff this summer, and it still was just like, I don't know, we were outside, but what's going to happen when we got to go back inside? I know from a promoter standpoint, like, it's not financially, it doesn't make financial sense for me anyway to keep an event where I'm comfortable, where I know I will make my money back, because, like I said, venues are going to be under restrictions with the capacity, and that's just common sense. But I guess they only sell common sense on eBay.
So what would you say? What would you say to all the promoters that's throwing parties right now?
The use common sense. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's what I'm saying. They sell it on eBay, but I don't know if people buying it. I don't know if people trading it. I don't know what people are doing with common sense. If you have a venue, it, like, as opposed to before, where venue capacity was like the 300, 400, 500s, and you're booking DJs that's costing about $300 a piece, and then you have like 6 of them on your flyer, and then you got to still look at the 20 hosts you putting down, and then the champagne, and then the other part of it is where you got to pay for your liquor, because everything done went up now. Even Oxtail is high now because of COVID.
Yo, Hennessy done went up. They done went up on everything.
So is it really worth it at the end of the day, where you're so beat that you have to keep an event and you just can't wait it out, take a break a year or two, like, to this whole thing, like, really calm down?
To next summer.
But we not even sure of next summer, because we in October already, and they just announced the president got COVID. It looks like this thing ain't, like, really dying down no time soon. It's just, every time you think the coast is clear, then something else comes up.
Something else bigger,
So when are we going to really get back to the point where everything is, like, comfortable again? I don't know, but promoters, good luck. I can't do it because I'm not in the business to lose money. I'm sorry. I don't.
So what if somebody come up to me like, yo, I got 50,000 right now. Let's do a party.
First of all, nobody can approach me with that. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be a fool as well.
And if you got 50 grand that you would, first of all, I'm gonna look at you crazy because if you really got 50 grand
Like
and you want to
invest it.
use
Wait,
it to
50
a
grand.
party,
Like invest
like
that shit.
that means you not really something ain't right because that ain't what you should be taking 50 grand to do.
Right.
So, bro, like I wouldn't even.
He said, if somebody come to you with 50 grand.
So so you saying that all the promoters that's throwing parties right now is basically they not thinking common sense to like think about other people's
they
health.
just more focused on the hype and just trying to stay relevant and try to keep their name, or probably the goal is to say, yeah, I kept the baddest dance during COVID. Like I don't really see what would be the purpose. Like what's the reason why you because I don't know how true it is. Like even I heard a famous DJ got COVID now.
Oh, I
Don't
heard
walk
that too.
And his
I
girlfriend,
heard
so
that too.
and he
Yep,
was
I know
playing
who it
quite
is, too.
often this summer. You know what I'm saying?
I know who it is too.
I heard it too.
And guess what? Guess what? Like I ain't afraid to say I was around him, but
Hey.
I trust that.
Hey, you can
No, he
say
walked
the
past
name.
me in one party, and
Hold
I was
on.
like,
Hold on. She can say the name if she want to. We're not stopping her from
We
saying
ain't
the
gonna make
name.
him famous.
Because we want to know that if anybody's around him, y'all got it.
But I'm the reason why I'm not gonna put because I don't have the facts. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh.
I'm
It's just
not
a
gonna put-
rumor that's
I'm not
going
gonna
around.
put somebody's health information out there if
a
I
buddy-
don't.
yo.
If I didn't even actually hear it directly from him, I'm just saying this is
Oh,
what I heard.
gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
heard that too.
I heard. I don't know. I didn't speak to him directly to ask or confirm.
Heard that
I heard
too.
it's him and his girlfriend, and they all like Trump and his first lady, like they sitting at home with COVID and first lady, and like I don't know, but I'm just saying what I heard.
Hey.
So, and I seen him play a couple of times during the summer, and I'm just like, see, but like I said, that ain't my business to like really put him, because like I said, I ain't get the source.
Yeah, I
directly
heard that
from
too,
him.
though. I don't know if we got the
if I
same
had-
source, but when we done,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you if that's the same source. When we
More
might
than
can tell each
likely.
other something else.
That's the only reason why I won't name him, because if it's not true, then I
yeah, I don't
wouldn't
want
wanna
people
put
to
that
be
out
like,
there.
mm-mm.
But if it's true and you was around him, just know that you got it.
Don't
Because y'all
say
do be
that.
out here with no mask and anything. Like, it was wrong with y'all. Fucking around like y'all don't got
See, the
kids.
whole mask thing is just so look,
No gloves on.
This is what I think about the mask thing. I think it helps so much. You know what I mean? But it is a good gesture that everybody has a mask on to be like, okay, you're trying to do this thing. You're trying to, better.
Keep everybody healthy,
Yeah,
because
know
you
what I'm
don't
saying?
know who's sick.
To be honest with you, I don't believe in none of this coronavirus thing bull crap. I don't believe it. I
I'm
don't
with
believe
you
it.
on that one.
No, I'm gonna say this.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
saying-
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you
Really?
why. I'm gonna tell you. No, hold on. I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe it. I don't believe it to a certain extent.
correct. I'm
To
I'm
a
with
certain
you here.
extent.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they just exaggerate.
Exactly. I think it's a certain flu. I think it's a certain flu.
Right.
Like it's a
cer-
strong flu.
a strain of the flu.
Exactly.
Like anything else, like if you get a cold, you get sick, you
Yeah.
fight it off. Same thing. I don't believe that to the extent that they have.
Because they came out with a
made it-
name that's already on a Lysol bottle that the Lysol
Right,
the
that's
Lysol
definitely
label
true.
been printed before COVID. So how could y'all name something that was on a Lysol bottle that been out for years? Come on, man.
Correct.
Who y'all
Correct.
fooling?
Right.
Fuck is they fooling?
Maybe they was preparing us for this.
No, I think they look. I don't want to get no conspiracy theories or nothing, but I have my own opinions and reservations about this whole thing. I just don't want nobody sending me messages and all types of articles like, "What do you mean you
What do
don't
you
believe?"
mean? Right.
And it's like, look, I'm gonna leave that one alone. But I have.
So
my
hold
own-
on. Back to Jersey now. Coming to New Jersey now. Be a fuck crowd going to Jersey. I'm gonna like it. So when they're talking about parties, right? How long you been throwing parties? Let's ask you that first.
I threw my first party in 2004.
2004. So it's been a minute.
Y'all part of the young generation. You do know that.
I
right?
am.
Hey, not me. Hey.
I am. Not her.
Hey.
My first party I
Hey.
did was at African Stand before the African Stand is what African Stand now. Like literally, African Stand had just opened up. I think it was one previous female that threw a party there before I did. Like before, in all actuality, African Stand wasn't even looking like the way y'all seen it, because it was like the way it was on. It was like a whole big open space. Like the bar was somewhere different.
Oh wow!
Before all of that, so that was my first party, and then annually after that, I would like throw a party at St. John's. Y'all don't know about St. John's.
I don't know.
Like St. John's is like the foundation venue before Prince
We
Hall.
had a couple of people
Before the
name
Prince
that.
Hall, Prince Hall and St. John's actually was affiliates, like they're affiliates because it's a lodge. What do you call it? Like Mason Lodge.
Mason Lodge. Yeah,
So they were
Masonic
connected anyway. But St. John's was in East Orange and Prince Hall was in Newark. But St. John's, everybody know coming back that partied in the '90s. St. John's was the spot. So yeah, threw a couple of parties in there, and during those days is when we was partying Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Right.
and leaving out there at 7:00 in the morning, sweating. Like those was the days. So y'all ain't get to really experience that, but yeah. So those was like a couple of dance hall parties I would throw.
So in total, how many parties you threw?
Oh come on, we gotta have a number now.
Cause
I
you gonna bring
just throw a
parties.
number
So you
out there.
saying parties or clashes?
No,
Which
because
one?
what I'm about to ask her next is going to lead up to.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Parties, I would say probably really about 10 parties, like between 2004 to 2006, 7. Yeah.
All right, so when we throwing a party, right? How do you go about when you booking your DJs? Like how your system usually go? Do you go by the name like who's out there more, or who's on the flyer more, or who can actually DJ?
I when I'm looking at a DJ, I look at what I like, not what. It's a combination of both. I look at who I like, who I witnessed to see who could play, hold the crowd, and I'm talking about not a DJ that's because just a name doesn't mean nothing to me. Like you got to know how to, from start to finish, warm up a dance, like tempo, up tempo, read the crowd, know who you're playing for, the audience that you're playing for. So it's a combination of both. When I was booking regular DJs, like I'm talking about the Banky Hypes, the Grammy Kids. Back then it was like Nemesis. I had even booked Noah back then, Stilly Bashment back then. So it was a combination of both. Like I look at, and at that time too, I'll be also not only partying in Jersey, I'll be partying in New York too. So these are the days when Hot 97 was hot. Like the hot was in Hot 97. And when Bobby Connor's and them was throwing Fire Sundays and all that stuff. So that's when dancehall to me was like more involved and upbeat and something to look forward to. So I would pay attention to those things. But when it comes to Sound Clash, that's a whole different interview. Like when I say interview, like how I'm selecting the sounds that I'm booking, that's a whole different lane. When it comes to a regular juggling party, I'm looking for who can please the crowd, who's going to keep it going, and so forth. Like, period. So and then a little price matters.
So basically, you're looking for like DJs with like who can really like,
substance.
You know, like
Pull the crowd,
okay.
make the crowd.
You know, like you can't. I see DJs that want to do this star time stuff, coming to parties like 2:00 and then playing back the same songs that the previous DJs played. Like that's why I left that whole scene. I can't be bothered with doing that, and I see it still going on today. Just just a different day and time.
What you want to know is crazy though. All right, so before we touch that, because so when we're talking about this DJing thing now, when these guys that's playing the songs over and over and coming to the dance late, right? who do you really blame that's booking though? Or who do you really blame that's
for that?
That's doing that? Do you blame the patrons because nobody's saying that? Yeah, hey,
I
you
blame
play
the
this
DJ.
already. You know, somebody come and touch the team and say, yo, you play this already.
I blame the DJ. This is why, because if you're booked, and I'm coming from a promoter's perspective as well as a patron, because if you're booked for an event, I feel like, and this is how I operate on a business level, like when I put in my contract, when I'm booking, make sure you're at the venue at this time. If you're if there's a window of, let's just say, hypothetically, the venue closed at 4 o'clock. You know the venue closing at 4 o'clock. Your DJ should be at the venue by 12 o'clock. All DJs, not just selective and this person, 12 o'clock. So everybody is on the same page. So you know, like, all right, you going to take care of hip-hop, you going to take care of soca, you going to take care early 90s, whatever. Like, y'all in sync with each other. But, you know, now everybody got this star time thing, like they want to roll in there. Or be double booked for the night.
That's what I'm saying. Because some DJs usually are double booked.
Yeah, double booked for the night. But even then, I think is like a little selfish, but whatever. I ain't trying to cut into nobody's bread, but I just think that you should take your job and your booking as serious as the person that's booking you, and show the respect, because, you know, people are coming out to see you, and you should deliver.
Right.
You know what I mean? You should deliver.
That's true.
Can't make anybody drink the water.
So basically, you're blaming the DJ for that. Cause you
it
know
is
what
the
I
DJ
think?
fault, because
you know
if
what
he came early enough, he would know what was played.
True. But you know what I think? They choose the right time to do that. They choose the right time. They choose the time when everybody's drunk and everybody's tipsy. Nobody's really paying attention.
And the venue's more full and all of that stuff, because, you know, typically now or everywhere, no matter where you at, Caribbean people, no matter, it just seems like the starting point is 2 o'clock and beyond. Club could be closing 2:15. They still showing up at 2 o'clock.
It's pretty stupid. And then when don't know you my type of party done.
Yeah,
people be mad.
You could put 20 times on the flyer, come out early, ladies free, this, that, but they still coming out at 2 o'clock. So I don't know. It's a double-headed sword.
That's true.
So what you think is the correct time for patrons to come to a dance?
Early.
like what's early?
If you know, that's not a specific answer to that question, because if you know that the venue is closing at 3 o'clock, why are you showing up at 2:30? And I don't even know why you're doing it to yourself, especially when they're charging like $40-$30 at the door. Why would you want to show up just to get a half an hour of fun? Like,
because most of them people ain't paying to get in.
If I know you charging $30, I'm making sure I show up early, stay at the bar, get my $30 worth of that party. But people want to, you know, so egotistical. They got to show up, star time, you know, diva style. And so they want to be the one to walk in late. But you should be showing up early.
Yeah,
that's why I like clashes, because, like, they know that's just you know, trained behavior. Clashes start 11, 12 o'clock, people in the building.
It's crazy you talk about clashes now. I was just about to go there. But when you book in a clash, right? I know you explained it later that you got when you're doing your list for DJs and clashes, like, right? When you're doing the list for DJs and clashes, like, how do you really, like, how you really made that structure, like, to say, okay, him versus him versus him, and
well, it's strategic, because now that, like, the question you asked me earlier is when I have to look into who is making the most noise right now, because when it comes to sound clash or any show or any form of entertainment, nobody wants to see the corny sound. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't really, you know, setting a trend and your name ain't really trending, what is the point? You know what I'm saying? You got to be in demand, so to speak. Like, people want to see you. Like, I'm putting on a show of entertainment. So I'm thinking strategically. I'm looking at the past year of what they've been doing. Or, and it could be looked at so many different ways. Like, it could be a sound that maybe wasn't, that's known, has the reputation as a bad sound, but nobody ain't hear from them in a while, but they know the history, and
Right.
so the anticipation will be, you know what I mean, more.
Everybody
So
wanna see
I just strategically basically look at what they have done more recent, what I know, what, you know, the audience will be interested in seeing, and I just put it together. It takes me my annual event, New Jersey Cup Clash. I've been keeping that since 2014, and every year I go through the same process. I start planning it around September, you know, excluding this year because of everything with COVID. But I usually plan it around September, October. I start looking into, like, okay, what, and I always try to outdo the previous year. Like, I step a level up and see what is, who's making noise, who made an impression, who's worth it, you know what I mean, and put the sounds together, and then I make magic happen.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
abracadabra.
I mean, shit.
What I'm saying, when you say your name, they be like, that's the girl that throw the clashes. She the Clash girl. You be like, oh, okay.
I mean, I'm honored. I got so many different labels, but you know, I don't
Right.
really try to, you know, get too. I'm proud because I've done so much and I've gotten better at what I've done as far as keeping sound clashes. And I think I finally earned the respect because this is a male dominated industry, and as a female promoter, you get
Hella backlash.
left and right.
Right.
It
Could
just
only
like
imagine.
really calmed down like within the last year or so. So it's cool. But yeah, like I was looking forward to the next year event, but unfortunately, like I said, it more than likely won't happen.
That's crazy because I was about to ask you, like, is you planning another one next year?
I mean, like I said, realistically, it just won't
COVID.
happen. First of all, before COVID,
That's why I said next
let's
year.
talk about pre-COVID. How many venues was available in New Jersey?
One.
Probably two.
And because of the outcome of this year, because the last clash was February of this year, which was King Shine versus Soul Supreme. That was like my biggest thus far. And that venue, I declared I was never going to go keep at because of things with that venue that I had to deal with. So my next level that I had planned was to bring it to New York. And COVID just,
Nice.
you know, slowed that down. That still could be possible depending on how next year go. Maybe because traditionally my New Jersey Cup Clash is around February of every year. And so we'll see what happens. If it, you know, if I get the clearance maybe later on down in the year, then fine, I'm with it. But I have to feel secure that the sounds that I'm booking, the event I'm putting on, because I'm not in the business of losing money, you know. I don't, you know, some people do it for the hype.
Yeah.
I basically, I wouldn't say I do it for the money. I also do it for the love, but I'm not also risking the money that I invest in just to be saying, oh, yeah, I got to put it on the Clash. I'm not in the business of doing that. No. No. So, I'm so ready to go.
Right. We about to get in it.
Hold on. I know y'all want to talk y'all stuff, but let me get my questions in. Is there gonna be any younger generation clashes, like any?
You know, I'm glad you asked because even more so recently now than before, people been coming to me. And like I said, I'm okay with that, but it just has to make sense. Like anything I do, everything has to make sense. Like, you know, right now we don't have no venue, so it's not really nothing to discuss or think about until I have an outlet of opportunity, which is really, because like I said, if it's a venue open tomorrow, I'm sure the owner's going to say, oh, well, you got a maximum capacity. Then you got to worry about, even if the owner said it's 100 or 150, then you got to worry about if the police going to come in.
Yep.
So it's so many layers that people don't think so far ahead. They just want to see something. They just want it to happen. But I'm with it. Like, it's two people that approached me with the opportunity, and even though I kind of get cocky and be like, nah, that's for the low level promoters like Banky. But but I'm not against it.
Let's Talk Jersey podcast.
I'm not against it. It just gotta make sense. That's all I'm saying. It just gotta make sense. Venue, the opportunity just gotta make sense.
I'm trying to hide my face with the
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy because you know what I think.
I'm like,
you know what I think with the clashes now. I think it's
that's
like
the first name that would drop. Just
right, Moni. I'm trying to get out of that too, Moni. I'm down with you too, but Biggs is over here.
Hold
like,
on. You know what I think about the clashes? Like the clashes that I've been keeping. I think like the clashes that I've been keeping is like, how would you put it? Like repetitive. Like it's like
because
it's like
that's
it's
what
the same
happens.
thing.
That's
going
what
on
happens when you have people that pretend that they was all about Sound Clash, and then they see me doing something, so they try to outcompete me, but they don't know what they're doing. Like Banky, like he came in the game all of a sudden, trying to do 45 shootouts, which is nothing wrong with that, but bro, like there's certain rules and certain conditions to Sound Clash fans that really appreciate Sound Clash. Like there's certain things that has to take place for you to appreciate it. You twisting it and trying to combine with these little things that you've been doing, bro. Like I just be sitting back and just be like, all right, whatever. But I don't know. It's just not the same. 45 shootout consists of sounds playing 45s, right? And you implementing and adding these new, like the whole promoter clash. Like I don't even know what that is. That came from an idea that somebody else in New York was keeping, and then you came to Jersey with that. Like there's something original. You just keep picking a tree and adding the apples to something. Like it just, I don't know.
What's her name?
Moni Love.
Hey Moni, I got a couple people on my list. I'm ready to shoot.
She said, okay, Biggs want a spot in the class, so give him the spot now.
Couple people I want
we
to
ready
shoot.
to touch topics.
You want to know?
Seriously, somebody, not only twice in the last 2 weeks, like somebody approached me, even partnering up with me to do it. But like as I told them, like I'm willing to do it because I want to do it. Like that's my heart, that's my passion. I want to do it, but it has to make sense. I don't
you know why I want to do it? Because one of the person that's on my list, they came on here and said that they want to clash me.
This is not the time.
I don't think they want to do that because
who is it? Call names.
Jay Weezy, he was on here.
Oh, Jay Weezy joined a new sound and combined.
No. Big up Jay Weezy and Russian. No, Russian I'm a dupes. You see me? I said, but
Russian
when it comes to clashing, everybody think is like, oh, them can run and clash bigs. I'm gonna tell you something. My musical IQ, bro, is way past your level. I would know certain music that you don't even know, and I will kill you. I wouldn't even use dub against you. You know what I'm saying? I would just use 45 against you because I know how y'all dudes play. Y'all niggas don't know song.
So don't tell nobody how you gonna move.
Man,
Let's get off of that.
Listen, man, I don't give a fuck because I can play all my dubs. Listen, I can play all my dubs. Let me talk.
Tell them what you gonna do,
Let me fucking talk, bro. Let me fucking talk because niggas feel like this shit is a game and this shit is a walkover when they come on here and try to call me out.
It's not, Moni. It's really
ain't
not.
nothing over here walkover, bro. Let me tell you something. When it comes to clashing, my nigga, I study this shit. Not because I don't clash on a regular, my nigga. I'm from that land of clashing, bro. I see that shit. Oh, the monster right there. So when clashing and music comes by, my nigga, I can't lose. Not to say I know cocky shit, but I know I'm very confident in my music level.
That, like
you feel me?
We wasn't.
But somebody set it up. I don't give a damn who it is. Somebody set it up. It could be online, it could be on Zoom, it could be in person, it could be here, it could be at my studio. Anyway,
online. I ain't off that online clashing because doing an online class is not the same feeling. Like you gotta interact with the audience. You gotta hear people booing you. You gotta hear people. You gotta hear the horns. You gotta have that full on experience. But
anybody 2021, 2022 set it up. Anyone want to do it? I'll leave it. If Russian want to join it, too, Russian can get it.
I don't think Russian ready. I don't think Russian ready, but shout out to Jay Weezy and shout out to Russian.
Yeah, Russian I'm a dupes anyway.
Those, and that's the thing. I don't want nobody to take nothing personal because that's the thing with SoundCloud.
That's what everybody gets it misleading.
I think it's in the air, in the water in Jersey. Like people just be drinking and just be getting in their feelings for no reason.
Drinking them Bud Money.
So you gotta make it clear. Like you gotta put an extra disclaimer. Like it's not nothing personal. Calm down.
Yeah, it's nothing
Everybody
personal,
relax.
my nigga.
Like it's all good.
Music. Like, if you don't know music, you don't know music. Like, hey, if you know music, hey, come up to the plate. If you do, you don't. Hey.
I just wish we wasn't under.
Yeah, we're done our fight clash now. We just didn't want to get that out of the way because
yes.
So where we want to
niggas
go
crazy.
next? Where we gonna go next?
Niggas crazy.
Where we want to go next?
You know, you was having like, you know, I seen a couple of things on social media because, you know, social media does get around. You know, we're not going to touch people's names because we're not going to make nobody relevant like we said. But I just want to know what made you go to the point where you had to drop text messages, you had to drop screenshots, you dropped everything. You was dropping bombs like 1, 2, 3, and then it was like you touched the base with one certain person. And I want to know why did that one person, you know, you was talking about that person, but then you went on to the next person. So, you know, can you explain something? Can you explain it to me?
Let me start off like this. Like, people that know me personally, like, knows that when you provoke me and you keep pushing the bear, like poking the bear, like, I don't fight fair. I fight dirty. Like, you don't go in the boxing ring and say, oh, I'm just gonna hope I just bruise his shoulder. Like, you going in the boxing ring to knock somebody the fuck out, right?
Oh.
So at the end of the day, like, that whole situation, really, I don't want to go too deep into it because I think I made it very clear who won that war. That happened, that came about, I'll touch about it a little bit, that came about because that particular person disrespected me on social media, made a post, and I went 0 to 100, period.
So it all started from like a post, or is
it
just
started
like
from a post. I was dealing with that particular person.
Can you read what the post said?
And I kind of hid the post to kind of just, you know,
let it go.
Oh.
But there was also some personal things that was going on the back end, like through WhatsApp and all that stuff that it was just going on and on and on. And, you know, I was put on the dare, like, oh, you ain't going to do this and you ain't going to do that. Like, oh, okay. So that was that, right? So I'm done with that situation. But that comes full circle to where I'm about to go now. That situation was also instigated by this particular individual. And this particular individual who I'm about to discuss, and really, let me really go in about, because this particular individual, like, I have concluded and come to the understanding that, like, me personally, the reason why I'm doing this tonight is because, or even putting this out there tonight, is because of the simple fact that, period, like, when it comes to Jersey sounds, my mission has always been to elevate Jersey sounds, or sounds, period, especially the sounds that came from New Jersey, right? Like, I always want to see them win, because when it comes to Jersey sound, Jersey has a smaller market when it comes to sound clash compared to other places. Yeah. Right? When it comes to sounds, period. So my mission, even beginning to do sound clash, was always to elevate, because they, you know, you will have like New York sounds try to style it like, oh,
always
Jersey, this, that, and third. So I always wanted to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we got some talent in Jersey, like, what? And I be arguing with people, defending Jersey to the fullest. And when it comes to this particular sound, Culture Blend, right? Culture Blend, Rayvon from Culture Blend, like, like, for years, okay? Why am I hearing my, like, music? Like, I need to hear.
Okay, so you want us to quiet it down? So no music.
Please. I need clear, undivided attention right now. So look, my thing is like, what I'm trying to understand is like I said, my heart is clean. Like, I don't benefit from really being who I am, as far as wanting to see people, especially sounds in New Jersey, get to the point where I could use King Shine as an example, right? And a lot of people going to get jealous, like they've been jealous hearing me say this right now. Like, I could tell you on the Bible, 10 Bibles, like, every time I booked King Shine about 4 or 5 times, 4 different times. And every time I book King Shine, I've made money. You understand what I'm saying? Like, which that the components that go with that is that you gotta book a sound that has talent, right? That people actually want to see. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I'm dealing with these other sounds that's trying to catch up with King Shine, right? Like they feel the need that they want to kick my back into other people. But see, what I'm gonna call this guy Rayvon Daniel tonight is a bum. A bum is BUM, stands for bitter, useless motherfuckers. Because at the end of the day, I have no idea why you would sit here after all, like to the public. I'm sure people see, like, I booked Culture Blend on my second New Jersey Cup clash. I booked them with Tech Nine versus Poison Dart in Prince Hall. Like, I made no money off that dance. I lost, right? There was a few years in between that I cut him the fuck off because of who he is, right? But because I had changed and I'm a changed person and I'm all about forgiving. I ain't in the business of holding grudges. And again, my mission is to see you win. I want to see you elevate from the pit of the basement where you started and help you get to where you need to be. But when ungrateful motherfuckers like Rayvon, Culture Blend, like, hold on, let me get my notes.
Gents, big up yourself.
Hold on, wait. Did you bring notes? Yes, Can you just show that to the camera?
I don't want
she brought notes. No, show the papers.
Because I brought notes because I don't want to forget anything. I just want to highlight some points because this guy, let me tell you, I'm exposing this guy's character. You understand what I'm saying? I'm exposing this guy's character. This guy would sit here like I was a friend. At least I thought I was a friend to him. You understand what I'm saying? There was no sexual or anything and none of that involved. But I'm just a friend to him because, again, my mission and who I am, I want to see you be the better version of who you could be. So that's why I even brought up the story of letting people know, like I did 4 years in prison. Because guess what? My life went on pause for 4 years. Like, I lost my freedom for 4 years. So when I leave, right, and my freedom is taken away, and you was shit before I left, and when I came home, you still shit, what does that say about you? Right? Like, you have not done nothing. Like, you had the opportunity to, you're out in the world, you have the opportunity to work, you have the opportunity to save money, you have your freedom. But how are you were shit then, and you still shit even up to this day? Like, you're a complete bum. You have no accomplishments under your name. Like, I gave you the platform back in November 1st, 2019 was Young Hawk and Culture Blend dance, right? In Eclipse, right? I fucking put you on a platform. This is besides US Rumble, which I'm gonna come back to now. Like, US Rumble was your biggest platform, which Chin gave you, right? Which I was the one that was encouraging everyone to come support you. I was the one that decided to get t-shirts. I was the one that wanted to get horns so we could all go to the Bronx and support you. What am I getting out of that? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? And for you to sit up here and send a next nigga screenshots of my Facebook page, tell them that I'm all about drama, you're sending my fucking mugshot to them, like, what is your point? What is your fucking point? What is your point? I really don't understand. What is your point? Like, you're trying to bring me down, or the picture that you're trying to paint about me is so negative, and like, I don't really get it. What is your fucking point? Like, let me go to my notes. So, New Jersey.
Yeah, she really got notes.
But what I don't understand,
she don't want to forget.
I don't understand is that how you could share my mugshot to a next nigga, but you don't share your own mugshot. I don't really understand that. Like, I've never, like, you're not sharing the mugshot that you got last year, end of 2019, for beating up your baby mother. Right? You don't share your mugshot for like you're married, right? You had a son outside your marriage, right? And you going down to Newark all the time to beat up your fucking baby mother. You didn't share that mugshot, but you want to share mine. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to comprehend what is the point. Because see, the difference between you and I is like sharing my mugshots don't mean shit. Because guess what? I own my own business, right? I own my own business, which you know of. While you still fucking busting your ass for a 9 to 5, and that's why you're miserable. And I'm not dissing nobody that has a 9 to 5, but this nigga sat on the phone with me and said to me, oh, ain't nobody got no, everybody got a 9 to 5. Ain't nobody can't sit home and do what you do and da-da-da-da. Like, jealousy, bum, bitter, useless motherfucker. That's what you are, right? Let's go to the next one, right?
This is crazy.
So you and if anybody want what everybody, because I bought proof and evidence and shit. And remember, I wanted to look at the evidence and shit. Evidence. What? You not new to being hated on for what? Big up Weezy Champagne. That's my nigga from like high school. Like at the end of the day. Right? Let's go back to criminal records, right? Since you want to share mugshots to individual. Like, what if I was to share, like, the amount of times you got evicted from your house? Like, I don't understand. What is the purpose? Because you keep telling people that, oh, if they get in a disagreement with me, that she's going to go on social media. And then to explain to me, when did I go on social media to disrespect you? I'm giving you a platform now. Because that just like I did your friend. He called me a psycho bitch, so I served him psycho bitch. Like, I'm going to serve you what you keep accusing me of. Because what y'all like to do is continue to play this victim shit. Like y'all tell the story, y'all control the narrative, and when y'all sitting up here telling all these people that want to feel sorry for you and shit. Oh, then let's talk about Culture Blend team members. Right? Let's talk about Culture Blend team members. Like how you sit down and talk about everybody that's on your team and you can't understand. Let's talk about Mega first. Let's start with fucking Mega. Right? Let's start with Mega first, right? Because you know, like, because I was being a friend to you, but everybody in Jersey was keeping fucking quiet because they know the fucking history. Like, you act like that man did not start that sound with you, right? You acting like that man did not go to Irvington High School with you, right? And y'all didn't sit up here and start Culture Blend together, right? The only thing I can't respect Mega for is the bitchness that came afterwards. Like, you keep going on social media and like, that's the only thing I can't really respect Mega for. But at the end of the day, we know the fucking truth, right? But whatever. Now y'all fucking in court and y'all doing all that shit. Which, you don't, when you kicking my back in, do you remember to tell the people, like, I drove from my house like 20 to 45 minutes to Bridgewater to come to court and support you? Like, do you tell them, or you forget to mention how your ass ain't even know how to fucking get a police report in West Orange, where I left from where I left my house and stopped what I was doing to come help you fill out a police report, right? Like, you don't remember those times when you sitting here kicking my back in and telling everybody who will listen who I am and how fucked up I am and all this other shit. Why? I'm trying to understand what is the purpose. Let's go back to the notes. Oh, so like the baby mother. Let's circle back to the baby mother. Remember the one that you beat up? Right? Not once, but twice. That wound you up in fucking jail, right? Caused you to get suspended from your job because once your fingerprints was in the fucking system, they suspended you from your fucking job. Like, are you telling people that part of your business, or are you only stuck on mine? I'm trying to understand, what is the purpose of telling a nigga that I'm fucking with, like, who I used to fuck with? Like, I'm confused. I didn't sit down with that same nigga and tell him that, oh, you beating up your baby mother and you beat up Trini Springer over her, which is the same baby mother that you breed outside your marriage. Like, I didn't sit here and tell him none of that, because that's none of his business. You need to stay the fuck in the lane that you belong in, which is bum. Everybody repeat after me. Bum. Bitter, useless motherfuckers. Because when you are miserable, right? This is what miserable people do. When shit ain't going right for them, they impose their misery. They impose their misery on other people. They don't like to see other people happy and successful. So any fucking negativity that they have to feed and give people, that's all they thrive off of. The same motherfucking people that's in your circle. Let's talk about them. Right? That you want to put on Facebook like you holy and down and you in church and all this shit. Right? Like when you the devil sitting in his own fucking garden. Let's start with Mark. Right? No, let's start with Shaggy. Right? Let's start with fucking Shaggy. How you sit here and want to tell people or tell me, right, that Shaggy don't fucking spend no money on dubs. Right? He don't spend no money on dubs. He ain't into the fucking sound like that no more because he done moved out to fucking PA. Right? But you so pressed for people to put on this image like your team's so strong. It's like your team's so strong. You telling me about Mark. Let's be clear. Mark, not the other one, but Mark, how he live in his fucking mother basement. Like, you're talking about the man living in his basement. You telling everybody that would listen other people's business, but you ain't telling nobody your fucking business. So here I am to do it for you. Because one thing I never did was sit down with other people and discuss your fucking business. And this is how you violated me. This is how, and this is why I'm doing this, because I've been nothing but good to your ungrateful ass. 3 times I put Culture Blend on a fucking event. I didn't profit $1. $1. I didn't profit a fucking $1. Okay? So at the end of the day, my intentions was always sincere and pure, but what you showed me was the fucking bitch nigga. Every minute you crying about something that's posted on Facebook. You and your feelings about something that posted on Facebook. When they, like, your insecure ass, like, don't nobody be thinking about you. I will admit to, when I posted about the fucking audio, because once again, you're a bitter, useless motherfucker. Right? I did fucking throw a sub about you on fucking Facebook, but what your little crybaby ass went to do is block me, and did I go back on Facebook and fucking make a post like, oh, Rayvon blocked me, I'm gonna die? No, I didn't fucking do none of that. But you ran and grabbed your phone and whoever you still got on my fucking page, you still sending shit. You still sending shit and you still keeping up with me. So I don't even understand the point. And that's why I say you're a bitter, useless motherfucker. Because as when it comes to sound clashing, where you trying to catch up, play catch up in this business, let me be a fucking reminder what everybody whispering, what I ain't fucking afraid to tell you. And you know I ain't afraid to tell you shit to your fucking face. And that's why you're a coward. Because what you do is hide and talk. And I sit here and tell you how much of a pussy ass nigga you are. Many times we stop speaking because you cannot take my constructive criticism, because I don't have to go call Tom, Dick, and Harry to tell them how I feel about you. I let you know how I feel about you to your face. And that's what I can't respect about a nigga like you, because what you do is you hide. You fucking cry in a corner, and I gotta hear about it from 10 different other people. Like, you ain't got no balls to stand up to me. Like, you know why? Because what you do is pick on the fucking weak. Just like you went to go fight Trini Springer, who you know is weak. That's like you went to go fucking pop off on Coach, who you know is weak, who is an alcoholic. Like, you know who to fucking pick on. You know who the fuck to pick on. You know exactly who the fuck to pick on. Like, you cannot bring no fucking, that's why you run and go hide and fucking block and do all these shit, because you know I will fucking destroy your fucking little upcoming career. After 20 fucking years. You 43 years old, you still trying to fucking fight to be somebody in life. As a DJ, 43 years old, you still climbing the motherfucking ladder and struggling, bro. Like, come on. You should never wanted to burn this motherfucking bridge. Never. You should have never wanted. Let me go back to the notes. I know I'm forgetting some things. Hold on.
Yo, it's a long
How
list.
you
people.
keeping feelings for King Shine and So Supreme? Let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Like you told two separate people you was expecting to be on New Jersey Cup Clash. Why? I don't make no money off of Culture Blend. Why would you be on fucking my baby? New Jersey Cup Clash is my baby. Like that's what I put my passion into. When I took that motherfucking L for Young Hawk and Culture Blend, which was November 1st. 2019, right?
I remember that.
That clash was a conversation that came about. I said, fuck it, I'm with it, right? Me and Joe kept that fucking dance. All right, cool, right? Maybe 25, 30 people, cool. But at the same time, simultaneously, I was planning for King Shine and So Supreme, so it didn't fucking matter. And the funny thing is, and I got witnesses that could tell you, my joy for that was because he won. I didn't give a fuck about the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I dropped King Shine and So Supreme 4 days after that dance was over. Like, I shocked the motherfucking world when I dropped that flyer. So, for you to sit up here and spread even rumors about that, nigga, we still waiting for the fucking money that you had the 15 tickets for, my nigga. Like, I'm trying to understand where's the money for the tickets, but I let it go. That's why I'm trying to show y'all growth. And this nigga continuously for years just been kicking my back in, kicking my fucking back in like an ungrateful cunt. Like an ungrateful cunt. Like I took L's and I kept it moving. I didn't make it a storyline. I didn't fucking turn it into a book. But I do have a book coming out next year, and probably this chapter will be added. But coming back to this, I'm just saying, like, I didn't make a big deal about it, and you cry all the fucking time about what? About what? And you can't understand, like, you the same people you got in your fucking circle. Road, please tell me where Road is. If Road is your investor for Culture Blend, why he keep disappearing? Because you's a selfish cunt. All you do is use people for your own fucking benefit and always crying about people fighting against you. You always using the same speeches in your fucking classes. Yo, the people fighting against me. The people fighting against me. Nigga, it's you. It's you, okay? It's you. Everybody fighting against you. Everybody fighting against you. Everybody wants, let's fight against Rayvon because he is a victim. Like, nobody don't get up, talk about some weak. Yo, it's always, and you use that in every clash, like people fighting against me. Then you put on Facebook like, the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. Like, nigga, please. What? Like, you are a hypocrite. A hypocrite, okay? A hypocrite. Let's go back to the notes. I want to make sure I ain't forgetting nothing. Ooh. Let me tell you how petty you are. Well, for the Cosmic Dance, Culture Blend versus Cosmic. And I'm sorry to bring up Shane because Shane my peoples, but Shane is a New Jersey artist. Big up Shane. Big up all the New Jersey artists, the local artists. Like, let me tell you how fucking bitchy and petty this nigga is. Like, he must have linked Shane to do a fucking dub play, and because Shane was busy or whatever, like, all of a sudden you want to fucking try to pin one artist against another artist. Like, big up King Topper. Like, I respect you to the fullest. Big up Shane, I respect you to the fullest. But when you got niggas like that, like, that's why I said this nigga Rayvon ain't built for the sound class industry. You're not built, nigga. You're not ready. You playing catch up. You trying to be like Jimmy, which you could never be like Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking bad mind shit. Like, because Shane didn't voice the dub play for you, so now it's all about, oh, King Topper is the number one. And this is not to take anything away from King Topper. I'm just pointing out the bitch, what? What bum stand for? The bitter, useless motherfucker. Like, I'm just pointing out his fucking disruptive character and exposing this motherfucker because I've been enduring so much and I don't deserve it. Like, I've been nothing but good to you and I have no idea or can't comprehend what for the life of me you have the need or necessity to, like, kick my back into people other than the fact that you are a what? Bitter, useless motherfucker. A bum. A bum. Please tell the world. Please show us. Right? Please show us your accomplishments. And when I'm talking about accomplishments outside of music, nigga. Do you own a house? No, you don't own a house. You 40-something years old. You sacrificing money, your household to pay for dub plates when your wife is crying to get her a house with the kids. Like, get your priorities in order. Get your priorities in order. Like, come on now. You got all these evictions on your record and you got the audacity to be sharing motherfucking mugshots and all that shit. You do not live. Was I cut off?
No, you're still on. No, you're still on. We just looking. We're just reading the comments.
I was in the vibe, like I was in a whole vibe. Like, get your priorities in order. Get your house in order. You've been sacrificing your whole household, your whole life. The fucking buy a dub place. You paying the butcher bunch of $2,000 for a fucking dub plate. When you know you're fucking, when you got that fucking lawsuit money, nigga. You know when you got that lawsuit money, motherfucker, that you was supposed to take that money and buy a house and you fucking disappointed. You was a huge disappointment in your own household. Like, that's why you're miserable. That's why you're miserable. Wow. I told you I was gonna fucking done your ass today. You picked like, why? Why would you try to play me?
Two grand for a buju dub though?
$2,000. It was $1,500 when he first came home. He done fucking. Man. But anyway, but live within your means. Live within your means. Yep. Because if you fucking in the position where you could afford buju for $2,000, ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you sitting up here throwing stones at other people, nigga, let's look at your whole glass house first. Let's look at your entire glass house first. Like, you can't be throwing stones at other people like you living on Cherry Hilltop and you got all your shit together. That's the only point I'm trying to make, and this is why I'm doing this, because I can't for the life of me understand the things that has come to my attention about this fucking bitter, useless motherfucker. Like, I've done nothing but try to be good to this boy. Like, I wanted to see Culture Blend do right and put them on a platform or whatever, and I gained nothing from it. So what is the reason for you as a grown-ass man? A grown-ass man to be sitting on the phone, sending screenshots like, look what Anya did today. Look what Anya did tomorrow. Why? These are characteristics that females have. Like, look what she have on her page. Look, and then you send in the next spot and look. Like, y'all so obsessed with social media and what's on my page, like, and then you'll make a speech like, oh, that's social media. That's why you're a corny ass MC. Let me tell you why you're a corny ass MC.
It's the notes for me.
Because you as a selector in a sound clash on a battlefield, right? If little things like that with social media, WhatsApp, you can't even handle none of that. How the fuck you gonna expect somebody like go against somebody that's gonna tell you to suck your mother and suck out her whole and that's what sound clash is about. Like, those are the words that's exchanging. So if these little things bother you, like social media,
you ain't built.
Like, how the fuck are you built for the battlefield? Like, you crying every goddamn minute about something. But let me go back because I'm almost finished my notes. Let me round it up. Like how your corny ass 2018 you wanted to clash, you was trying to get other people to put on the clash with King Shine and Culture Blend, and it couldn't happen. Let me put this out there. Like, y'all was bitching about Jimmy Price. Y'all ain't want to pay that man $4,000. So at the end of the day, you tried it, and then you was expected for me to put you on New Jersey Cup Clash for 2020, and then you was carrying the belly for that. And then when I confronted you, listen, these sounds, let me tell you something. These sounds ain't cheap. So that's why I find it funny when motherfuckers be sitting up here talking about our front dance for this person and I'm a thief and I'm a scammer and all that. Please, can the please people who I scammed and stole money from please come forward? I'll wait. Because if that's your best line, please bring a witness to the front line, please. Because my business relationships are clean. Like, I booked LP just the other day. I booked, like I said, King Shine about 4 or 5 times. And the way anybody know Jimmy, if I owe that man money, he'll be the first one to scream it out loud on motherfucking social media.
Definitely.
So Supreme, that's like the most expensive sound that I had. I ain't gonna put their price out there. But I just say that to say this is like, I've been able to afford, because guess what? I got my own business. I ain't ready to put that plug in because I ain't ready to merge dancehall with my personal life. But at the end of the day, it's been very lucrative, and I make some good money. right? I've chosen, not because I had to invest my money in certain areas. And one of them is sound class. So I find it very funny when I hear this bullshit about how I'm fronting. Fronting dance for who? Fronting is defined as if, Biggs, you say, look, Anya, I want to keep a clash. You ain't got to spend no money. I just need to use your name. I have never fronted no fucking dance for nobody, because anything that my name and my brand is attached to, I gotta see some dividends. You heard? Like, nobody's gonna use or capitalize on my brand because I worked hard for my brand. And I heard, and then trust me, I've been approached many fucking times, and I partner up with a few people, but for the most part, like, I'm either 80 or 90% in. Like, I never give nobody the advantage to feel like they have that over my fucking head, because the first thing that they want to throw it back in your face is like, oh, I helped you bust this dance, nigga. No, calm down. So I never put myself in a position where people feel like they can say that to me or use me to the level where they can use my name, and they just, no, either we going 50-50, 60-40, whatever. Like, I've even invested in a few dances, you know, like, shout out to my brother, my homie Jafari Pressure, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he was promoting dances, like, I would invest a little something there, but that's it. I'm not, and I only fuck with people who I feel like I could trust. So at the end of the day, like, let's set the record straight. Right? There ain't no fronting the dances over here. And once again, please come forward. Anybody I owe money to, please come forward. Cause I
hold on real quick.
Hold on.
People that's calling in from the unknown number, we don't answer unknown calls.
No.
It's probably
show your
the
number.
Stop with that.
We'll
Stop
answer
with
the
that.
phone.
It's
Show your
probably
number.
the bum.
Jesus.
The bitter.
All right, come on, man. We're not about to do that right here. No.
Show your number.
The bitter, useless motherfucker. That's probably him, or his or you know, like, that's probably him. And, like, more than likely, let me give this prediction. More than likely, you're gonna make some little indirect posts on Facebook or go live, like how he went live when Twin Tower and Culture Blend clashed, which I had nothing to do with that dance, right? Matter of fact, this was probably another one of those moments where I just started coming back around fucking Revon. So Twin Tower and Culture Blend clashed in 2017 in Club Eclipse, and look at that. Them two end up fucking bumping heads because they ended up on fucking social media. Who bought trophy, meeting at studio, and all this stuff. Like, who paid for flyers? But I'm the one that want to bring everything to Facebook drama. You cry all the fucking time about something. So if the issue is me, how is it that you got issues with all these fucking people?
Oh, boy.
How is it you got issues with all these other people?
Something
now,
not right.
let me say this. When I first started doing Sound Clash, oh yeah, it's no secret. Like, cause I'm just a person that I'm not going to take no bat up from no bitch or no nigga. So, like I said, it's a male-dominated industry. So, most of people from New York and out of areas is like, well, who is this bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, she just come out of left field and she thinks she did. So, there was a lot. So I would be on with this big group called Sound Clash Fraternity when it was hot at that time, going back and forth, you know, defending myself. Because, once again, it's always me defending. You have to shoot first. But make sure when you, like, you have your gun.
Make sure you can't eat.
Make sure you know what you're doing before. And a lot of times that never happens. People just shoot and think they just, it's going, like, I'm just going to be like, oh, okay. Like, no. I was raised by two dads, my stepfather and my father. Like, I know what a man
you confused me there. I was about to say.
No, my stepdad.
Right. I was about, you see how I look? I look like.
I was raised around men is what the point I'm talking about. So I know what a man, what's supposed to be a representation of a man. So when I see certain bitch behavior, you know, I know what masculinity is supposed to represent. When I see certain bitch behavior, that is one of my pet peeves when it comes to men, period. When you doing girlish shit like screenshotting and forwarding and look what she's doing. Look what she's doing. Like that's bitch behavior to me. Like, and it's hard for me to, like, even see you as a man figure because you just doing bitch shit, crying all the time about this and that. Yo. Like, it's bigger fucking problems in the world to be worried about when you fucking crying. And like I said, hold on, let me make sure my notes.
It's the notes for me, guys. It's the notes for me.
Yeah, like I mentioned the whole Shaggy thing. Like you said, Shaggy ain't putting no money towards dub plates, but you trying to run your little sound where only their names get called in dub plates if they money, which is why the boy who I put all them screenshots out on Facebook about, he was a part of that little circle. Like you was forcing him to spend his fucking money, and unless he fucking spend his money towards a dub plate, that's the only way his name getting called in the dub plate. But you screaming team. How that work? Only way your name getting called in a dub plate is if you put money towards a dub plate. So do they get to take the dub plate when they leave? Like I'm trying to understand. Like you don't know.
Hold on. I'm not gonna cut you off on that. But so you feel like if you part of a team, you're not supposed to put on. You don't have to put in a dub plate, or
you can contribute. Like for instance, like how I mentioned, the Buju Banton dubs are like $2,000. Like $50 here, $200 here, whatever. Team come together for incidents like that.
Okay.
But how you gonna set a rule that that the members of your team names will not be in any dubs unless they put money to it? So if you had a voicing session and it's like 3 artists, say let's call Beanie Man, Elephant Man. I mean Elephant Man ain't usually a dub plate artist, but I'm just thinking on the top of my head. Say Chronix and Quavo at the studio, and you voicing all of them, right? Like we talking about, that's probably about a good $1,500 right there. So you telling me that you like none of your team members' name gonna be called in them dub plates that you voicing unless they put $100 towards that? That's not the definition of team. Another thing, and I'm going to say this like indirectly, and you supposed to pick this up, Mr. Bum. Like another thing is that owners of sounds are supposed to purchase their selectors' laptops, right? Owners of sound. When it comes to sound clash, you in the juggling.
Look, Moni, he ready to get back in. Look.
Owners of sounds should be purchasing their selectors' laptops, but because you in the bum category,
hold on.
I'm gonna have to ask
Anya. Hold on.
Let's elaborate. Let's get into it.
No, like all right, cool, all right. Explain that. When you say our sound owner is supposed to buy their selectors a laptop, explain that. I just want to hear.
If your selector does not have a laptop and you want him to play your sound, you should provide that equipment.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had a laptop, let's say hypothetically, if your selector had a laptop that wasn't working, then you should want to be in a position to provide your selector, and don't be jealous.
No, you explain it. Yeah.
Don't be jealous if someone else does. That's all I'm saying.
It's all about jealousy.
Okay, so are we? I think we you said Mark live in his mother basement.
Wait.
And
I thought we was
Shaggy don't be putting no money towards the plates. I'm just going over, the notes here.
Wait, because you got a lot of people on the live and they actually questioning Mark.
Hold on, let me
told y'all.
Let's talk about Joe now. Big up Joe. Big up Joe Grind. Those who know. Those who don't. But how you gonna be the best man in this man's wedding and talk about this man's wedding to people? Like, what kind of friend are you? Like, you
That's the fake shit that I'm talking about that these niggas do.
And this is what summarizes, ladies and gentlemen. This is what summarized my only reasoning for putting this all out here tonight is because, like, the fake shit. I'm exposing the fake shit of the character of this human being, because I know, like I said, and I know many people
Big up Grand Larson.
Many people see on the outside, like, yeah, I'm putting Culture Band on flyers, I'm this and that. Like I said, my intentions were always pure and sincere. I want to see you win. I want you to be the better version of you. But apparently, when it came to you, Rayvon, you just always gonna be you, the fucked up person that you are. Like, because you, like I said, you're not happy in life. You're not happy where you are in life. You always think of somebody trying to fight against you. You always think of somebody against you. Like, you always got that same fucking speech because you believe that. You're insecure in your spot. You're insecure in this business, and you fighting for whatever cause at your age. Like, a lot of shit, you're a hypocrite. You contradict yourself, and then you have no reason to be the person you are with the people that's in your circle. You talk about everybody business, but you can't. Why you not talking about your own business? Like, everybody got issues, right? That's not the thing here. Everybody got their issues. I have a problem with when you go out your way to destroy somebody else's character, to tell them or influence them to feel a certain way towards that person who you're talking about. If somebody fucking didn't bring you a cup, then you go from describing how mad you are about them not bringing that cup to how they just the worst person in the world. So I can't flex like that. I've been holding shit in, and this is who you've been for years, my nigga. And like I said, before you even decide to even counteract, rebuttal, respond, please ask yourself, because you know certain things about me. You know the level I'm on. And let me just drop this one. Please keep in mind, everybody, I'm an American citizen. I just want to make that very clear, right? I am an American citizen. So anybody want to feel any type of way, because, that's another thing. People be pumping up their chest gangster, and then next thing you know, they run into court. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, know what you doing, because like I said, that's why I made it. I wanted to tell my story about when I went to prison, because my life went on pause for 4 fucking years, and the same motherfuckers before I left, like, ain't accomplished shit. Like, in the same position they was in before I motherfucking left. So what are you doing wrong? Like, you have no ambition. You're not moving forward. You're not moving forward. I have elevated. I have accomplished so much. I have changed my way of thinking. I changed my mentality, and I have done what is good for me. And I am at peace with who I am. Let's ask about you. Let's ask about you. Like, all you do and all your mission is to fucking just keep people down for what? For what? And I think that wraps up the bum category. Like, bitter, useless motherfucker.
No. Ooh.
Bitter, useless motherfucker. That's what you are. And Mega, shout out to Mega. If you want to holler at me, you know what I'm saying? Holler at me. Okay? Holler at me. Because like I said, the worst thing this motherfucker could have done is burnt this bridge with me. Because I got connections. I got connections.
So let's you had it's a lot of people on the live, and when you
let me take a drink.
Drink the Henny. With the laptop situation, because a lot of people is putting a question mark when you said that, and you was talking about that.
She spoke about Mark already. You came late.
Yeah, we didn't speak about.
Well, Marky.
Wait. Let me see. Let's see.
Somebody named Randy.
No, Nandy 12.
What is the question about
Marky?
Marky?
They said talk about Marky.
What is there to talk about Marky? Marky got finished on social media. Like, I'm not.
We wasn't going. We said Marky was not going to get relevant on this.
And the reason why, and let me put this out there, the reason why I don't want to go into that, because even after that spilled out, like, phone calls happened, apologies was giving, so I don't want to go into that. But I know y'all came on my page. That's why I had to move my page from public to private, because that's who y'all was waiting for. Yeah, because the bitter,
oh, wow.
useless motherfucker.
If I knew that what it was, I would have ignored it.
No, it's cool. It's cool, because I know that who they was waiting. I know that's who they was waiting for. And everybody want to know, like, I'm not giving him that shine, because at the same time, I did have a level of respect for him. He knows the mistakes he made, and I'm gonna leave it at that. There was an apology provided, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I have no interest to continuously destroy that man.
They're gonna have to wait. Call it. You have to call us back.
Call us back, caller.
And my phone blowing up too.
But
I'm just taking.
let's get back to the laptop situation. So you said that if you are a owner of the sound, you are supposed to buy the laptop if the person laptop broke or something like that, right? Can you break that down for us?
It's common courtesy. Like you're
I
a
get
owner,
what she's saying.
You're the owner of the sound, right? You in today's era, like mostly everybody has.
Wait,
a
hold on,
laptop.
pause. So let me put it in like, say if my laptop broke, right? And we gotta do our podcast. You gotta say to see that, okay, I gotta get my laptop up and running because that's how we do the music thing
Yeah,
on
of
the
course.
podcast. So basically that's what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So which I totally
Correct.
understand. That's why I totally understand.
You
with
have
it.
a team. You have a team. You have a team. You're the owner that you want to brag about, right?
Yeah.
There's certain principles that you should already know and nobody should have to tell you. But because you a bitter, useless motherfucker, like you don't see it that way. If you actually ask some of the big sounds that's in the business, that's the module they follow.
Oh yeah, some
Like-
Andre Metric, he said you was telling, yeah, that's the right thing to do. So.
Correct.
Yeah,
Like
because they represent your brand. Yeah.
Correct. Especially when they're without a laptop, like that's just. And then if that selector decides to lead a sound, you take back your laptop. But that laptop
Until they can afford to buy it back from you. Yeah.
Correct. Like or that's another option. But bitter useless motherfuckers don't know
back.
that.
Hold on, somebody's calling.
Let's see. Carla, you're live.
You live?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, Carla, what's up?
What's up? So I have questions. I saw the post that she took out of WhatsApp with Marky and the screwdriver condom. I want to know if you guys use the screwdriver condom and the chocolate syrup.
Wow.
Yo, I don't even know if I want to answer this question. Cause
Really?
listen,
Carla, what's your name, Carla?
Diva.
Diva. Diva wants to know. But
listen.
I want to know about the screwdriver condom. I see you like strawberry syrup over chocolate. So I just want to know what went down.
Listen, I appreciate that question, but I had made up my mind. I wasn't going to really go further with this, because like I said, there was so many conversations that happened subsequent that none of y'all don't know about. So I just want to leave it where is that. But use your imagination. That's all I can say. I can't confirm or deny. That's all I'm going to say. I cannot confirm or deny.
All right, Diva,
All
big
right,
up
you have
yourself.
a good night.
yeah, my Diva, big
Later.
up. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, these people's crazy.
You did post the condom
And the
with
fact
the
is,
syrup.
like,
You
when
did.
I'm so mad, right? The funny thing is when I'm so mad, I just be like, I go like full speed. So I'm just like shooting. And out of everything, everybody since then been coming back about them specific,
Remember, me and you just
things.
talk. I was like, I'm not gonna touch that subject,
I
but
went to
she
an
did for
event
me.
Friday, and that's all. It's like I'm like, I thought I posted like 25 screenshots. Nobody don't remember nothing else that was said in between. But
She said, I just want to know. Did
how
you
I'm
know.
like, I didn't realize it was going to do that much, have that much,
Oh man.
like effect. But hey, it is what it is. I really, to be honest, I said it to him. I don't regret what I did. He knows what he did. So let's move on. Can we circle back to? Let's circle back to the bitter, useless motherfucker.
No.
I want him to call.
Guys,
or his representative.
That's in the chat room. She is not gonna touch the topic about
listen,
him. So
for anybody who have questions, you know what I mean, you could
call her right now. She's taking calls right now.
908-912-4514. Again, that number is 908-912-4514. You know what I mean? You can call her, ask her a question. But let's go this. Let's go back to
She
the
put
topic.
us with a lie. Yo, you got listen. My head just like, where should I touch? Because I don't want to touch the wrong.
Let's go back. Huh?
908.
912-4514. So let's go back to the promoter thing, right?
Right.
How do you feel about these promoters booking the CM Zone, CM Party theme, and basically
You
like,
think they're having the same party themes?
yeah, of course.
No
The
one-
flyers the same.
No one's like
The flyers
people-
are the same.
People have lost
No,
their sense of being creative.
Let me put this disclaimer out because I don't want Reckless to feel a certain way. Reckless to say Reckless fire them, Maria Reckless fire them because they're not the same.
That's my
But-
graphic artist too.
Yeah,
But
but
when
the
it com-
flyers are not the same. No.
But and you see anybody else who have them graphic designer, come on, they're cheating you. They're using the same format
But you
that they use.
also have to keep in mind that when it comes to, and that's why I'm glad you brought up Reckless, because he a Virgo. Shout out to Reckless. Like, he knows how to, like, you know what I'm saying? You have to remember the person that's telling them what they want on their flyer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're not creative. so that
COVID
puts the
selector.
graphic, that put the graphic designer in a position to now have to, like, do extra work. Like, yo, they giving the information, like the date, the DJs or whatever. Sometimes the graphic designer gotta now go find the pictures and all that stuff. So you also have to look at it two ways, because some graphic designers just go with what the person said. Like, a person could just send them like, oh, I need a flyer done for X, Y, and Z date. Here go all the information. So like they ask you like what you want on the flyer. Just do the flyer, run the flyer. I'm like, so now the graphic designer, he could be in the mood, like he don't feel like doing it. He gonna do it real quick. You ain't say nothing else. So yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Like, some
So
people
do you
know how
think-
to be creative. Some people just don't
That's
give
crazy.
a
I was
fuck.
just about to ask you that because do you think promoters is being creative now, or you think they just be like, fuck it, it's a party, we're just going to throw it anyway?
I'm over it. Like,
Some are being
There's
creative.
a-
Some are.
as far as what, see, I don't know. I
Some
look at
are.
it like as far as what, like, everybody got, if it's the new song, everybody doing a WAP event.
See, that's the thing. That's the difference. Some promoters are using songs, and you got your promoters that
Yo,
actually got their themes
it's-
and their main things, their yearly things, and that's not song titles. You feel me? So that's a difference in the promoter.
Yo, it's
I
crazy.
think.
It's crazy you said that because, and I quote, I seen a party that said, and I quote again, yang badness, such a certain way the pussy, yang, got in
Yeah.
on my belly, on the booty, yang.
That's what
Nigga,
they
that was the
doing.
title of the party.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
They
nigga,
taking-
that's a song lyrics. Like, yo.
I
The
seen
whole
that
lyrics.
so many times. I've seen that so many times, and it's corny because it's like, oh, so you telling your friend like, yo, I'm going to yang yang yang, yang. Like how does that even sound? Like you doing a whole
What party you going
lyric
to?
of
I'm
the
going to
title.
Yang.
Yeah, like you gotta say the whole title. So
Right.
and you be like, you going where? Like it don't even. By the time you finish saying the whole title, the person not even interested anymore.
Exactly.
Like, all right,
Yo.
let me know how it go. Let me know if you had fun.
I think they're just running out of ideas.
Yeah.
Oh
something
shit! I came on the line.
Wildin'.
I think they're running out of ideas. So that's like one major big problem that's going on.
Let me big up because it just caught my attention because I always be like telling myself
Just turn
like,
your volume down on the
I
live.
I came off of it.
Okay.
So now that I done put out the bad eggs and the sounds of New Jersey, right?
I mean, you didn't name the bad sounds of New Jersey.
I don't
yet,
think he's
but-
talking about your party, Weezy, because I don't
But
think
we ain't going to.
So
Weezy
No, no,
said
no, no,
that's
no,
his
no,
party.
no. Weezy party was the name
Weezy, he
that
ain't
was-
talking about.
what was the title of his party?
The
I don't
party
know.
said yang badness just saying where the pussy yang
Like,
gone
they
from my belly remember
actually-
boomy.
Well,
I was
you
like,
might
what?
as well. I'm talking about your party, JBZ. That's a long ass fucking title. Don't nobody got time for that.
What's Weezy
That's not his title.
and he got a party called
He got a party.
Jean
It's
Suit.
jeans suit.
That's October
time.
6th.
Don't do that.
Weezy we talking about. Is that 2 Chainz?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
talking
want. I
about
think he
Weezy.
just
Well, I don't even call him by
Tuesday,
Weezy.
October 6th. Y'all
That's-
get their New York location.
That's my homie Trini from. We go way back from East Orange High days. Like I don't even call him Weezy. That's his dance hall name. Like
Weezy.
he Trini. He always gonna be Trini to me. Yeah, like he always gonna be Trini to me. And the funny thing is that his name Trini. He ain't even Trini. He Guyanese. But anyway, but that's my homie. Like we go back. That's my homie. He always gonna be my homie.
Yeah, you know something. I touched on that topic, boy. That's gonna be something else. That's gonna be something else.
But like, so I put out who the fucked up sound is, and it's really, and it's so sad that the rest of the team got catch the bullets too, because it's really the owner. But so let me big up. So let me shout out the Good Sounds of New Jersey, Good Sound Systems.
If it's bad, I'm gonna give you a look.
Well, hey,
Let's Talk Jersey podcast.
Yeah, I've also had like my share of.
It's bad. I'm gonna give you a look.
But overall, as far as me rating the sound, like, you know, we could start with Twin Tower.
Yeah,
You know,
big up
let
Jinx.
me put
Definitely.
this out there now, because
he actually was tuned in on the Mixlr rap. He was one of the 30 people we had up there.
Tuned in, but Jinx ain't never gonna come out and say, let me say it now. I'm responsible for getting Jinx on Twin Tower. Yes, pat me on the fucking back. That's another one of my accomplishments that
thing.
people don't want to acknowledge and big me up. And I don't really be looking for the big up, but it'd be nice every once in a while y'all could put me along with y'all little stories.
That's
But
nice.
it's okay. I'm responsible for getting Jinx.
That's a good
on-
fit for him.
on
That's a
Twin
good fit.
Tower.
It's a
You
good
know,
fit.
that came about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. He was playing on a previous sound. We gonna remain nameless, and it who's irrelevant.
I think we had him on the show, so he actually told us a couple of sounds that he
I don't
was in
remember.
before. But
I don't remember.
they're irrelevant. Anything before Twin Tower
listen to
is
Biggs,
irrelevant.
y'all.
You know, we not. Hold on, don't say that too loud. We not giving no irrelevant sounds no glory tonight.
wait. We got people that's in the studio in the back talking.
Yeah, that sound, and Jinx, I'm sure, ain't too proud to even mention that on his resume. You know when you leave certain jobs off your resume because you just had a bad experience.
Somebody said, "Fuck that. Let's get back to the COVID selector."
That's old.
So big up to Twin Tower. Big up to King Shine. Like people misinterpret like.
So you're just bigging up Clash sounds. You're not bigging up those.
She's bigging up
getting
sounds in
there.
general.
Okay.
Let her just
I'm
big up
going
all
from
her
the
sounds,
top.
bruh.
I'm starting from the top because you have to understand Sound Clash is my passion first. Like, you know, I'll circle back to the juggling selector fight. I'm getting there. So big up to King Shine, and I should have really bigged up King Shine before Twin Town, but it ain't in no specific order. But King Shine, I have a lot of respect for Jimmy. People have misinterpreted like our relationship. Like me and Jimmy went to high school. We go back like from East Orange High days. Like we came from the same hood. Like I have a lot of respect for that man. Like his talent, like it just speaks for itself, and it shows, you know, he does all the work. I just, you know, book him or whatever. And big up to the rest of the team members like Sample, Shane Husong, all the rest of the team members. Like we good. So then we come back to where we are. Volume 1. Volume 1 is a sound that I want people to like really keep their eye on. Somehow, like every time, and they know this. Every time I try to book them, it's like always wrong timing. But big them up. I saw that they just hired a new young selector.
Yep, young Ross.
Young Ross.
That's a good fucking look.
move. And another point I want to make why I respect that is that like these old veteran sounds that's been around like 20
talk about
years.
them.
That's
Let's
what you
talk
need
about
to
them.
do.
Let's talk about them. Please.
Set the trend by adding on the younger selectors that's going to carry
Please.
on, you know, the baton. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing. Like,
And you some of them will hide like knowledge from the younger sounds, and I don't really understand it. Like if a younger sound is
because they
coming up,
are stuck in a position where they are still like the bum, like they are still like chasing their younger self. You know what I'm saying? So they're not willing to give this younger selectors an opportunity to shine because they still are trying. You know when you hear about like them rappers that be trying to be a rapper at 50, like because they wanted that when they was younger. Like that's how these owners are. Like that bum, he wants to still be like he chasing that dream that of his, instead of giving the younger youths the opportunity. This the next generation. Pass the baton, train them, mentor them,
Right.
Let them move on and carry on your legacy.
Right.
But not everybody is mentally prepared for that. They still chasing that spotlight. They still thirsty for that recognition that they've been wanting since they was a kid and they never got. So yeah. Let's move on, and then I'm gonna circle back to the younger generation in a second. But big up to Volume 1 for that move. Like
It's a great move.
Like that's when you see things like that, is like you understand, like they get it. They get it. Like they get it. You're getting older. Pass it on. I see that 5 Star Movements has done that.
Yep, big up Squidly.
Even though me and Squidly, Big Belly Squidly, done went through our little thing, but at the end of the day, it's all love or whatever. He has done that. I even told him this the other day, like, passing on the baton to the next generation. Be a mentor, be a guide.
Right.
Be who didn't really or wasn't there for you to do that for you, and teach the young youth. Let them elevate and excel in this business. You understand? While you sit back, you won't have to take the spotlight. But bums, that they don't understand that. So, who else I got big up? So that's Volume 1, Twin Tower, King Shine. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna give what's that cartoon or Disney character sound name? I'm not gonna give them no fucking shot.
You got me
tonight.
puzzled right now.
Like
Cartoon? Oh,
Yeah.
Shit.
So
Oh shit.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
even about to say
give.
it.
I'm not gonna give them no sign. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
that like.
We not.
I mean,
I
you
know what
said
she
it
said.
all right. It's
You
like
said it already. I heard it.
Disney had a story called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Like, all I'm saying is shout out to Disney. But let's move on. What's next? What's next? What's next? Like, somebody on the live
Who's the really? I mean,
Oh, she was
really,
done bigging everybody else.
Wait,
No, ain't
somebody
nobody
on the
re-
live popping shit? Cause
No. Ain't nobody really passing no torch on, really.
I mean,
The older DJs that's getting old right now ain't really. I guess they really gonna do this shit until they 60. You know what I'm saying?
that's sad. That's sad because
Hey.
like, do sound
No.
business got a retirement?
We forgot
fund?
one. Big up Dr. Julio. And
Big up Dr. Julio.
Yep. He definitely.
Coming from Bulletproof days. Like that's his original sound that people don't even really know. Dr. Julio, shout out to, and yeah, big up even everybody from Patterson. Like that's because Patterson always seemed like they so separated and segregated from the rest of New Jersey. Like
It's true
Nah,
though.
that's so
because
true. That's so
it's true
true.
though
You be
because you could
forgetting
throw a
that,
party in Patterson and throw a party in Newark. The party in Patterson gonna be crowded because it's a whole different
let
crowd.
me tell you, back in the
Like
day,
it's a whole
I used
different
to party a lot in
set of
Patterson.
people.
It was one point in the New Jersey dance hall where we had no choice but to party in Patterson because everything started shutting down here.
Somebody
she
said
did
a
say
good loyal
Squidly.
selector is hard to find. That's so fucking true.
That's true, but
There's so much fake
She
selectors
did
out
name
here.
5 Star Movement. She did name 5 Star Movement.
that's true. That's true. But you also, it's all about presentation too. Like, what do your sound has to offer? Like, it's unfortunate. Like in this business, it's like so many egos, and you know what I mean. Like you have to be willing. Like if you done spent 20 years in this business, that means you went through 2 decades. You went through several different music eras. Like, so you have enough experience to know what the vision of your sound should be. So now you look at that, you take that and you look forward and say, what is going on now? What's going to be beneficial for, cause me, I don't even be beat for like all this latest hip hop. Like I came from the era when we was watching videos, like music videos. I don't even know what half of these people look like today. Like I hear about what? How many babies is it? Young baby, D
Little
baby,
The baby,
The
little
baby.
baby,
little
baby.
baby, baby. Like I can't keep up with none of that stuff. Like I just be like, no. Like today, hip hop is so different now.
Yo, it's crazy that you touched the hip hop section because I was about to ask you, like, have you ever been to any party and seen any DJ play a hip hop section? And the only hip hop section that they played is they play like Pop Smoke and that's it. Then
oh my God! Friday, I went to a bridging event, and I was just telling my friend that like the way they played, like, you know, it was Omar Famous on, it was Shotty Blacks was booked. Then who was the third selector? I can't remember who the third selector was, but then there was a hip hop DJ that was booked. unbeknown to me, like he knew so many people in the party. I didn't know he was actually a DJ because when he first got there, he was like high-fiving everybody in the party and shit. And then he got on the mic, had that straight Yankee accent, like, "What's up, people? What's up, people?" You know what I mean? And he started out because I think Bop Bop was the one who played before him a little bit. And when he transitioned, he started out playing a little bit of old school dance hall. Then he transitioned into fucking club music. Oh. And that's when I was looking like, hold up, where am I at? And then, but the way he did it, he was playing the club music, and then he went into the little hip hop. Then he just went into that fucking Pop Smoke. And I'm like, damn, yo, how many times, like, Pop Smoke to me, like, rest in peace, his voice and his album sound like one long ass song.
Shorty a little baddie.
Like, I don't know what's new and what's old. The way I don't know which song is old and new because it just sounds like one long ass song.
Nah.
Like, listen.
I got a couple of songs I like off his album.
I like coffee. You may like tea. I'm just saying. At the end of the day,
that's what you giving me, girl.
What I'm hearing is like it just sounds like one long ass song, and then 50 Cent come in every now and then. Like I don't know what I just like. Listen, I can't.
He do.
I can't. Wait. I don't know what song is new and old. I don't be. Like, I be having to like consult with my daughter to find out. Well, who is this now? Like, what's going on? Because I'm just over like today's hip hop.
Hold on, Anya, not to cut you off, but Anthony, this is not a recruiting live, yeah? This is not a sound recruiting live, yeah? You're going to search that for your own time. Is it? Welcome to Let's Talk Jersey podcast, though, but this is not the time where, is it? You search that for your own time, you're looking for your own MC. Is it, my brother? Yeah. But yeah, carry on because I know people.
I'm just saying we were just talking about hip hop, but yeah, I love when like I said, my era of hip hop is like Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z was dropping albums. Now you got one little hit song that Cardi B will drop, and then it's like, oh my God,
every girl have a wet ass pussy.
Yeah, like God, like I'm just saying,
boy,
the era I grew up in. I grew up in the era of like hardcore hip hop that we like really, really enjoyed. And so when even now and today, like if I go to a party and a DJ is playing that, I can appreciate that because I'm hearing. Another thing I want to point out that like even with this new era of DJs, like y'all speed mixing. Listen,
yo,
can I hit a punchline of the song first before y'all go to the next song? Like, that speed mixing, I can't get jiggy with that speed mixing.
Yo, it's crazy you said that because y'all just to a live yesterday and they was playing Dennis Brown and the Dennis Brown, I know the Dennis Brown was at least on like
that was because they didn't want it to cut off.
But even if, don't play it. If you're gonna play it that fast, don't play it.
That don't even make sense on a D Brown song.
160? Come on.
That
160.
BPM. Man, listen,
bro.
Listen, it's like I don't know who started the bullshit, but it's like everybody's trying to do it.
It started in Jamaica. I'll just say.
No, you know what it really brings, because shout out to Johnny Killer. I highly doubt you listening, but Johnny Killer used to be Tony Mataran's DJ.
Yep,
and
Johnny,
he was like,
Johnny Killer.
He is just like somebody that is just. Like really, like he enjoys doing that shit. And that shit used to be annoying to me. That speed mixing, but I don't know. Shout out to Johnny Killer.
No, everybody I do it. No, yeah,
That's what I said. It's like somebody started
Kid
this
Entourage,
shit,
I do it. No,
and people is like it's a competition now. Who could speed mix the best? Like it's not catering to us ladies. I know that much. Maybe to the men.
Funny how you said that. No.
Oh my God! Everything is funny.
Because no, it's facts. Because you got niggas that's talking about, I play songs for the girls and then only play like 5 minutes, bro. Like come on,
5 minutes. That you know how long
that's
5
not
minutes
playing
is?
for.
They be playing that shit for a minute and a half. Like
exactly
yeah.
5 minutes. That's 5 minutes, bro. Right. I timed it. I'm telling you, I timed that shit.
That's not cool. We want to dance. We want to be able to sing the punchline.
But you know why? But you know what? I blame the ladies because nobody's going back to the select and be like, yo, what are y'all doing?
Because nobody ain't got time for that type of energy. Like, you as a DJ supposed to know that already.
That goes back to saying again, stop booking these fucking DJs that's not doing the fucking job right.
Well, then you got the same.
You can't.
Playing serious.
First of all, it's a lot of promoters out here that ain't no promoters. Let's be clear about that.
That's true.
That's another
true.
part of the problem.
That is so fucking true.
These overnight promoters, because these was born overnight and shit. They ain't no promoters. They see
16,
something.
big up. Quick job, big up.
They see people. They see their friend, cousin, baby mother, cousin, brother, uncle keep a party and shit, and they be like, oh, I could do that. And then when they go, they like, fuck it, I'm gonna do that. And then they just be putting shit together like overnight. Them ain't promoters. Like, promoters are people that been on a consistent basis and like really deliver what the people asking for. Like, it comes to mind when I think about people like the veterans of New Jersey, G City. A lot of people got issues with him from in the past or whatever, but G City was like a foundation promoter in New Jersey that was bringing Sound Clash, concerts, festivals, all of that shit to New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So we can't discredit him for that. That's what you call a promoter. Somebody that's on a consistent basis. These overnight promoters that want to keep 9-night like 90s what's a theme I could think of, like these fucking people that just be coming up with these names like, oh, let me keep a power party tomorrow because power on tonight, like
they kill me, man.
Like let's keep the shy or love and hip hop party. Like these motherfuckers, those is not promoters. Those are, somebody said promoters
they said patrons turn promoters overnight after 2 parties.
Yep.
They got
correct
because they feel as though they could do
after 2 parties.
They could do the same thing.
Like Jamaicans say, like they feel like they could sizing up with promoters. Like, bro. But y'all is to blame because y'all allow this shit to go on.
What?
Y'all allow this shit to go on. I'm talking about not y'all specifically.
No, she's talking about people out there.
In a public ring, y'all should be shutting these motherfuckers down because y'all going to these parties, shelling up the dance, shelling up the bar.
Hear what it is, Anya. Hear what it is. You see, most people don't like realness. You know what I'm saying? If you be real with somebody, be like, yo, the party that you threw yesterday, I didn't like it because you threw a party and you didn't consent nobody.
You paid the DJs with Hennessy. Yeah, like
I didn't
feel.
Oh shit! Is that true? Because they said that's true though. But
like you got shout out to them promoters. Like y'all paying DJs and Hennessy bottles.
Could never.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm drinking more than Hennessy. I'm
wait.
The urge to drop some names. These DJs out here getting paid in Hennessy.
Hey, man.
Stop, because a couple of them might be logged on.
I'm still waiting for a payment.
Hennessy. They taking payments in Hennessy and
I'm
Moet
still waiting for my
bottles
payment.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
My payment that I've been waiting for a whole month now.
Let's get to that subject where you're saying paying and stuff like that. So so the rumor, we already know, like, the rumor is true when they say that a lot of people that's throwing these parties are not actually the people that's paying for the parties. Is that like a big thing going on right now? Because
I can only talk about pre-COVID. I don't know what, like, all
pre-COVID. Let's talk about pre-COVID
because I don't know how these promoters just came out like out the corner of everywhere now this summer. Because again, I was reintroducing myself to the dance.
Oh, so you're saying the people that threw the parties this summer is like all new promoters and stuff?
To me,
to you,
to me. I don't know. I'm learning because, like I said, I've been off the scene for a minute intentionally because I just lost interest in it. But I kind of reintroduced myself, so I'm getting familiar with like these new names, and I'm just seeing like preying what's going on, and I'm like, and I'm a very good observer. Like, when I'm at these people parties, I'm like, oh, so that's what's going on. That's the new wave.
So it feel about everybody in that party feel like them rich because them have on certain type of clothes or certain type of shoes.
Well, let me tell you this.
I feel as though that you're not rich if we're in the both same zip code. You feel me?
You can't.
Don't start her up.
Not the same zip code. Like, listen, I'm a label person. I love certain labels, right? I would say that. But see, when you doing labels, you gotta make sure everything else is together. Like, Like you get me wearing these labels, these high designer labels, and like you old Ralph Liquors down there fucking, you know what I mean? Like you getting liquor on consignment and you old Ralph like a large bill. Like that don't make no sense. Everybody know Ralph. Shout out to Ralph. No disrespect to Ralph. Everybody get their liquor from Ralph. Come on now, that ain't no secret, right? That's the main person who everybody get their liquor on consignment. But what I'm saying is, because even recently when I had to bring, because I just kept a cookout on the 22nd, so I ran into a couple of people when I was bringing something. And I seen a couple of bills. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's move on. I'm just saying,
Lord.
like,
They said them clothes be fake. Let me stop.
Listen.
The reason why I brought that up because you got some people that's nowadays thinking that they better than everybody just because they
Can I say
they
this?
got a certain organization
There's nothing wrong with feeling better. That term
nothing-
is used to me in the wrong context. There's nothing wrong with feeling better than somebody else. Because what are you supposed to feel like? You're supposed to feel down.
It ain't nothing wrong with being
I'm not
confident.
gonna feel depressed because like
Because
I
get
if
it.
I'm looking at myself, my confidence is up, my self-esteem is up.
done.
Yeah, so
I'm supposed to feel like I'm better than the bum, like the bitter, useless motherfucker. You're supposed to feel good about yourself. You're supposed to feel content. But the problem comes in is when you're going above that a little bit and like kind of rubbing it in the other people's face and like make that your everyday speech, make that like if that's all it's about. No, but you're supposed to feel better than the next person. I'm sorry, that's how I look at it. I'm not gonna feel down.
So basically, you're saying that
It's okay to feel like you're better than the next person.
it's okay to have
because
confidence.
if you see a bum at Penn Station, you gonna say, "Oh, I don't think I'm better than that bum at Penn Station." you if you living, you got a roof over your head, you got food, your kids is being fed, all your necessities available to you. You're gonna say you might feel sympathetic towards that bum, but are you actually gonna say out loud like, "Oh, I don't think I'm better than that bum"? You gonna say that out loud? Come on now, be real. Like you supposed to look at that like, oh, I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for where I'm at in life because I'm not on the street, and I'm not living like this guy or this person at Penn Station. That is you feeling like you're better than the next person. So
That's the perfect way to explain it.
Amen.
That term
Let
is
me-
used out of context a lot.
Let me say this: rich people don't hang with poor people. Just say that.
No, rich people.
You just say that.
There's a difference between. Can I also?
Me rich? Wait, what
Can I also drop this gem? There's a difference between being rich and wealthy.
True.
Yes,
Right.
guys, the Mixlr
There's a-
is cut off.
there's
It's
a-
done.
It is.
No, you're
No,
on
we're on
live.
the Facebook Live.
But
Plus, I'm
our-
recording on the podcast.
Yeah, we're
man.
recording the podcast
Okay.
still, but
So there's a difference between being rich and wealthy because you have some people that's rich. I define rich as being temporary, wealthy as being long term. So, and unfortunately, this is common in our community. When I say our community, like the black community, like, people get a little money. They rich, real rich.
Rich.
But when that money is gone, what the fuck do you have left? Like, wealthy is long term when you know how to turn that money that you just got and flip it 4 or 5 times and having different sources of income, such as myself. Like, you got different sources of income, different streams of income. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you stay wealthy. I'm not saying I'm wealthy. I'm broke, people. I'm poor. I'm poor. I don't want nobody coming.
Right.
Oh, she rich. No, I'm broke. No, I ain't got no money. I drive a Pinto, like I'm struggling. I want to send out the wrong message.
right.
To close off everything, do you have any advice to give to anybody who want to be in the clash and promoting thing or just being a promoter?
I like I said, promoting like I said, not everybody's a promoter. Like, just because you keep a dance don't mean that you're a promoter. Promoter consists of you putting in work. I put 100% in everything I do. Promoter, that means that includes hitting the streets. That means all types of different levels of marketing, whether it's social media, whether it's interaction, whether it's radio promotion. Some people half step shit and then expect the same results. You just gotta put your all into it, and the once you enjoy what you're doing, you reap the rewards later on. What I would say about, because like I said, female promoters, because I just think that I have to separate the two, because we are always given that extra level of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, we got to kind of push through that extra layer of obstacles that come in our way, because unfortunately women are always looked at as like on a weaker level than men. So we as strong black women have to prove and come through, right? We got to come through and show we just equally as capable or better. So that's my advice. Like, never give up. Never let nobody ever tell you you can't do something. Be the better version of you always. Always strive to be the better version of you always. Don't let nobody knock you off your game and influence you to do anything else. Be the better version of you always. And that's about it. And keep clear of these bums, these bitter, useless motherfuckers.
B-U-M.
B-U-M, bitter, useless motherfuckers.
Someone asked on the Mixlr Rap, and they actually jumped on the live too. They said, "Are you going to start your Wednesday night talk show back?"
Oh, shout out to Vibes Link FM. I did the Situation Room for 3 years. I seen the owner like every now and then, and I seen him recently, but I left radio like that was just a point in my life that I enjoyed that moment. I don't really think I've had many opportunities. It just really don't mesh or blend in my schedule right now. But I enjoyed that moment of my life. And I also enjoyed the followers that came after. When I say the followers that came after, like the Banky hype came with later on his platform, doing the same shit on the same night.
Yo, it's funny how you fucking said that shit, because
bro. But I'm a trendsetter.
Fucking people fucking copying. Yo,
I'm a trendsetter, so I just take it like
it's
look,
funny you said
I
that.
set the trend, like people follow. I'm a leader. I'm always gonna be a leader.
Never
and
follower.
They follow. So it's all good. They will never admit it. But I see what's going on. Like, that's one thing I'm not short of sense, and I'm not short of intelligence.
Hey yo,
they
listen.
Would never admit it.
I'm gonna just say one thing. Anybody that's around me can't distance themselves from me because how I am as a person. If I'm real, it's either you backed off because you're a fake person, or you just don't like me as a person.
Realness.
You know what I'm saying? I know that already.
They don't.
You know what I'm
can't
saying?
Accept realness.
Just because I know, like, when I created this podcast, I knew with the vision that I had in mind. But as I continue,
idea.
Thank you. As I continue to elevate this podcast, I see people more and more copy me. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I see you. I see you.
We see them all.
I see you.
But see, when that happened to me, and it's happened to me many times, I just try to do something that I be like, y'all can have that, and then I come with something better. Like, come do something better.
Hey,
like,
man.
I never went back into the whole.
Nobody on my show never left my show because I'm me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Nobody ever left my show because I'm a person.
Yeah.
I'm real with myself.
Yo,
that's all I'm saying.
I did the Situation Room. That period of time was like 2012, I think, to up to 2015. It was fun. We set the trend. We set the foundation. Then all of a sudden,
we are not drinking.
Well, I am.
She is.
Yo, you know
I don't drink no more, people. So I don't.
So that was just a fun time. Shout out to my previous co-hosts. Like, it was me, Grang Grang, and Barry T. and we had a lot of fun. That was just a lot of fun, a lot of a fun time in my life. That you know, if the opportunity comes up again later on down the line, but to be honest, because what I've just consumed myself with so much work in the industry that I work in, I really probably wouldn't have the time to commit to something like that on a weekly basis. But it's fun. Maybe a pop up every now and then I'm good with, but and I don't like to commit to something that I'm not gonna be able to like keep going. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna tell you like, yeah, I could do it, and then I know I got something 3 months down the line that I can't. Cause so yeah, but like I said, maybe in the future, we don't know. The future is
It's a maybe.
is a maybe, but not nothing in the plans for now.
Okay. Well, that answered the question. Many people know your social media handles where they can follow you and stuff.
Oh wait, now that you mentioned social media,
Oh Lord.
I gotta bring this one thing up about this bum. So I lost. Listen. Facebook was created about in 2000. 2008. Facebook was created. I was like one of the first
dropping bombs.
Are the first people that like joined Facebook, right? Because back then it was MySpace, right? Mm-hmm. And when Facebook was created, it was nowhere near how it is now. So I remember somebody told me about Facebook. I created an account. This going back to 2008, right? I created an account, whatever.
And I created mine
anyway,
too.
So I had my Facebook page since the beginning of fucking time. You hear me? Mm-hmm. My first name, Anya. Last name, Pink. Right? Yes, that is my real name.
Pink?
But anyway,
okay.
Yes.
That's dope.
Yeah. So anyway, what happened was when I kept Culture Blend in fucking Young Hawk, right? Do you know that I went through the trenches and roads with Facebook because there was a photo. The photo that was used on that flyer was reported as copyright infringement. That's how I said that. I say all this story to say this. It's like that sound has been nothing but causing crosses in my life because I kept that dance in a flyer. Like this dude from way out in West Bubblefuck across the country said that he took a picture of the original picture of the guy, the opponent for Young Hawk on that flyer and reported my page. Like reported it for copyright infringement. I went through hell and back and water with Facebook and they totally took away my original page. I'm talking about all my old photos. My original page that I established since 2000. So I say all that to say this. Like even though the picture was of Jamie of Young Hawk, the crosses that Culture Blend come with, the crosses that Culture Blend comes with, like the L's and the continued L's I've endured and taken. I lost everything. I'm talking about pictures that I had of my daughter that I can't even, retrieve back from my original Facebook page. So when you see the new page, when Facebook finally decided to, after several months, give me a page, I had to like get a lawyer to write a letter and mail to the office they got an office, Facebook corporate office in New York, and they have one in California. Like I went through all of this. And it's like, listen, I take my losses in my own privacy and just keep it moving. And you got bums. Bitter, useless motherfuckers like don't even think about things like that. Like had I not been wanting to keep that fucking dance, I wouldn't have even lost my motherfucking page. But I had to start all over. And I took my loss and kept it moving. Like, I'm stronger than the fucking bum. Bitter, useless motherfucking. Stronger than the average person out here. Like, you be crying over little shit. Like, I endured all of that shit. And still, like, you know what I mean? So, back to social media. Lady is spelled Laydee, and then my first name is Anya, Anya. Forget that other name, but just stick with that, and you'll be all right. You can link me there. But see, I have to do background checks on y'all now because since all this shit didn't happen, I see these weird friend requests coming out of nowhere. We ain't got no mutual friends in common. I don't know where y'all coming from.
I be getting a lot of those.
No, but I've been getting a lot lately because this week, last week
Yeah.
So I'm doing background checks on y'all. Y'all got a 30-day y'all got a 30-day probation period. And then we gonna see if you gonna survive on this page because I don't got time for y'all nonsense, which I came to report. I don't got time for that shit. So I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to live in life in peace. Like y'all little ignorant, miserable people, please stay the fuck away from me. I'm good over here. So social media, that's Facebook. Instagram is NJ_lady_Anya promotions, blah blah blah. You'll see my little logo come up eventually.
It's a little cartoon logo, people.
Right.
Yeah. No, cause people were wondering, like, I don't see her. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it should be right there, like, yo, she's right there.
But that's my two major social media platforms. I'm on Twitter like once every 6 months. I don't know. I don't even remember the name, to be honest.
Is Twitter even a thing anymore?
That's what I'm saying. Every time I'm feeling like festive and I want to make a nice quote, then I go on fucking Twitter. Like that comes like once I'll be forgetting I have an account. I'm like, the sky is blue today.
Shit.
and we should all like when I'm in that type of mood. I ain't never wake up in that mood. Like I'm feeling very festive. Let me put out a nice quote. Then I'll go on Twitter and do all that, but I don't
want to know my
quote.
My quote them and say, yo, some of them pussy are too fake.
See, that's my theme song. Watch them by Ding Dong.
Right.
Watch them because not everybody.
You really got to watch niggas.
Okay, so before we end the interview, the listeners want to know. They want to make sure you're okay. You safe to drive home. We don't need to call an Uber. And
people, she only poured like 2 cups.
This is all your friends that's saying it. They said you their friend,
I'm
and
good.
they just want to make sure you get home safe.
I'm good.
Yeah, she good, man. You don't have to worry, man.
Like, I'm a professional.
They said you looking for Tariq.
Who the fuck is Tariq? Tariq from Power. I'm so mad about everybody know that's my show. Like every week I'm dropping fucking. That's my show. Power is my shit. I'm so mad. I even got
we ain't watch it yet.
No, stop.
Y'all so corny.
Because when we go, we're going to watch it. No, we're going to watch it.
But this is okay. Can I just say this? This is the last episode before. And
we know, and you already done told. You already done told some things on Facebook. So I'm about to cut you off right now.
Y'all just want to tell y'all I get a little thrill out of like spoiling that shit.
You already done told what happened.
Mad. Like my whole friend like silenced me on Facebook for 30 days because I be spoiling.
Right?
Yeah, man. That shit's serious.
I'm not responsible for everybody's schedule. Like if you work at nighttime, or like how I'm supposed to know when you gonna log on Facebook?
Right.
Like I'm like, if you don't want to see it, then don't log on to Facebook until you see it. That's how I look at it. Because some people work at night, some people work in the morning, some people work in the afternoon, some people do overtime like 3 times a week. So I'm supposed to wait until you decide that you got time to watch Power. Nope. Sorry. Look, I'm up there Saturday night, like, yeah. Fire stick.
They said you be spoiling it. They said you
that's
was
that
spoiling
fire stick life, honey. Fire stick life, like.
I haven't jailbroken my fire stick.
It's the best thing. It's the best investment. Let me just tell you.
But it come on the app though. It comes on the app.
As soon as 12 o'clock drop. No, I'm gonna say like 12:30, because however
it usually drops at 12:01.
On the app,
on the Fire Stick, because remember it airs at 12 o'clock, like it could air in Japan.
Yeah,
right.
That's true. Yeah,
right. So it's on a different time. So whoever's copying the stream, they has to run its course first. So maybe like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Hey, Power, we not stealing nothing. You know what I mean? We just watch your show a lot. I don't want to.
That's my show.
We love it.
That's my show.
But Anya, it was a definitely pleasure.
Thank you.
Some
y'all gotta
type
tell
of
me
shit.
how to re-listen to this, because I know.
Oh, we gonna send you the link.
We gonna send you the link. We gonna tag you in it.
This is 3
it's
hours.
People is I'm ready for the aftermath.
It's definitely on all music platforms. everything.
It's
It's gonna
3
be on
hours.
YouTube.
Okay.
It's gonna
And
be
some
on
change.
everything. We're gonna put it on everything. So
3 hours is change.
Okay.
right, 3 hours.
Well, your
gosh.
interview was 2 hours and some change.
yeah,
It's just to
2
let you
hours
know.
and
Came
some
to
change.
deliver.
Yeah, guys.
Definitely
I
deliver.
For all the people that was saying, "Oh, stop, this is what she came to do." She didn't want to do it on Facebook.
You
She
see,
didn't want to
I
get
don't.
blocked.
You see, the people that were talking about stop. Why? Can't she speak her mind?
Right, because if this was
The
Facebook,
fuck?
y'all be listening. So
The fuck?
cut it out.
And the whole purpose of, like I said, was for me to just like speak
Sip it.
my truth. Like, I have been painted in a bad light by certain individuals, and I just let them be. I just been letting them live for too long, and I'm just tired.
Yeah,
like, I'm
sometimes,
tired.
you know, yeah.
Like, bro, like, I'm all about peace, love, and unity. If you ain't down with peace, love, and unity, stay the fuck away from me. Stay the fuck
Right.
away from me. Like, if you ain't on the same wave I'm on, stay the fuck away from me. Please keep the miserable away from me. Bitter, useless motherfuckers.
Right,
And on
guys,
that
and
note-
this is not a phone call. So we on the phone like about to hang up. This is actually right here in front of us. So
I want to thank y'all. Big up y'all platform. I want to thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to come and speak.
I think it was
Yes.
long overdue.
The next time or next invite, I would like to maybe at that time, because like I said, I would like to be that name or that person that educates some people, our community on a different level of things that I'm involved in, positive things like the industry I work in, and kind of go into that. I'm not ready though yet, because like I said, y'all dance hall people gotta get y'all shit together. I gotta feel comfortable
Listen,
to
man.
educate y'all on certain things, like, you know, because like I said, I always want to see my people winning. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Yeah.
see my people winning, but unfortunately, some people ain't mentally ready. They just not mentally ready. But I would love to use y'all platform to educate
course.
our community
Definitely.
on certain things like credit repair, real estate, and
Hey,
things of that
my
nature.
credit is in the
and
six.
how to
My
get
credit
how
is
to
in
get
the
debt,
six. My
how to
credit is in the six. My credit is
how
in
to
the
become
six.
debt free and lead you on the road to you know what I'm saying, debt free and wealthiness and all that. That's the wave I'm on.
Well,
if you
we-
ain't on that wave, like, stay the fuck away from me.
well, we also
Yeah.
do like promoting and things like that. So you definitely could come on and talk about stuff like that and how to fix
Right.
people credit and stuff. We
I
definitely could do that.
I ain't the one that's fixing the
Well,
credit.
you
now.
know
I was
who
about-
fixed it. You know
Shit, I was
who.
about to say.
I could just give you the components and basically lead
Me,
you and
mine's in the
guide you
seven.
and educate you on what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, get people in the same playing field
Is you holding the mic?
and lead you down that
It fell
direction.
off the thing, so I gotta hold it.
Cause all y'all promoters out there that's taking y'all money to fucking pop champagne with Ace of Spades, like, y'all need to be investing
Ace
in
of
other
Spades
things.
is so nasty.
I don't know, $600 a bottle. Y'all could keep
It's
that.
nasty.
Like, I'm not paying $600.
I don't want nothing that tastes bitter.
It's nasty.
I
I'm telling
listen.
you, it's nasty.
That shit is it got a cute bottle, but $600 for that bottle, like, that's ridiculous. Like,
Facts. Definitely
for
real
something
shit
that's
metric.
temporary,
Come on,
like, you
don't
gonna
play that.
drink. For real, like, we get drunk off for less. Like, keep that.
Yeah,
but
man, that's-
but the point is like, you know, putting your money where it makes sense and
Definitely.
so I would love to use y'all platform to do that later on.
Of course, man.
Just hit us up. You got the info. So anytime.
And
Like what I
said,
said, people. Not everybody
you.
can come up here.
No, you see the first time in the studio, and this is why we did the studio, because you see how long the interview was, and she had the. It
2
was the
hours.
notes for me, guys. It definitely was the notes
The
for
notes
me.
took the night.
It was the it was the notes
She had
for me.
more. You got more.
I have evidence.
Can
in
I
case,
just hold
in
this
case
real quick?
anybody
Let me
was
just
gonna
hold that.
call in and deny certain things. I made sure I printed out
Wait.
evidence, because that's one
Yo,
thing
Biggs,
I
pull
don't
up the. Oh,
like. Yeah, I had evidence.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? I had evidence.
Wow.
Anybody want itch? Anybody want itch?
Somebody said
And
put
think-
strawberry in
and
the
and
ace.
challenge this evidence.
Right, don't hold it still too.
Yeah, anybody want to itch and challenge this evidence? It's available at my fingertips. I
Boy.
just
Oh
want
God,
evidence.
it was the notes
because
for
it's
me.
nothing I need to lie
Boy, I
or
need
make
to
up
know.
on people. I got evidence.
Stop it.
Evidence.
Lord.
So, you know, when y'all ready to challenge that, like, holla.
There
And
y'all go.
Mega Blend, shout out, holla at me.
There you guys
Yes,
go. That's
Mega Blend, holla at me. Like, if you listen, Listen, let me come off y'all dance.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
because we gonna be here for another hour and
yeah,
shit.
But big up yourself. Shout out to everybody that was tuning in. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Definitely.
people, episode 67 was definitely a banger. So
Right.
tune in next week. Chanel Moore will be on the show. I ain't gonna tell y'all when, but you know what I mean, she'll be on.